team. After graduation, Taylor will attend college and major in graphic design. Our next senior is Hannah Whitten. Her parents Jack Hostler and Kathy Astrine. Hannah is a football manager for 2 years, tennis and varsity for 2 years. After graduation, she will attend Kansas State University and major in business. Our final senior for the evening, Mary Winters, and her parents Ron and Carroll Winters. Mary's been a football manager for 4 years, played softball for a year, Spanish club and God Squad for 2 years. After graduation, Mary will attend Washington University and major in medical sonography. We want to wish good luck to all of our senior football players and managers. We thank you and your parents for your hard work, dedication to Bishop Carroll community and football program. Let's hear a toast for our seniors for 2014. Okay, folks, as we get ready for the game again, we want to welcome to Carroll Field the Valley Center Hornets, coached by Caleb Smith. Tonight is our final night of district play. And depending on the outcome of the game and other games, we'll let you know where things will be starting next week. We want to remind you that here at Bishop Carroll, we're guided by the state SHAA and Greater Wichita Athletic League rules as well as Bishop Carroll rules. And we're going to go through those quickly tonight because time is of the essence. But again, no drinking is allowed, no smoking is allowed. We ask everyone to be positive for all plays and all players and coaches. Be courteous to everyone, acknowledge good play by both teams, and please respect the decision of the officials. We ask you to keep your children under control. We can't be running around on the grass north of the bleachers. We can't be moving footballs and frisbees by city league rules. We ask spectators to not stand along the fence in front of the bleachers or immediately pass so that people can see the game. And only game essential personnel are allowed on the sidelines at all city league games. BCPO is now including the table at the north end and behind bleachers. We expect they're going to be there until the end of the first quarter. It's coming night tonight, so if you didn't bring enough sweatshirts, there's a great slide to please stop down in the sweatshirt, show your support. We also have our premier sponsors for all sports programs, Kindred Enterprises, Christian High and Copper Ball, Legacy Bank, and Liberty Sports Chevrolet and Team. Please support all of our sponsors listed in the all sports programs. The members of the County Squad for your copy. We're selling programs for $1 tonight. This week's tailgate party was sponsored by Outback Steakhouse, and we really appreciate what Outback has done for us this season with this great food that they brought out. Right now, Old Chicago is tentatively scheduled to host our first home postseason game. Now we want to
from now and try to pound it at you.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
It's just a matter of getting lined up and playing good Eagle game fans. Let's get to the football. And I think if we do that, we can stop
I'm going to go have fun on the side. It's Rose Kessler. And you know me? If it's a blowout at halftime, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to the bar. Let's just do this rush. Let's I didn't buy it. Oh, you bought my jacket. I love it. So we're going to
Anthony, I don't have a feed. Oh yeah, I do. It's just loud. Hold up. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
It's pretty special.
Okay.
And not just.
Notre Dame victory march.
Bishop Carroll Family Stadium a week from tonight. And Coach, I hope to see you there. Thanks, Greg. That's Coach Shaw. Professional excavators and homeowners.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their perseverance. Bless also the family and friends gathered here with a true sense of community. May we all run the race so as to win and come. Amen. Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, patroness of the Diocese of Wichita, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Our officials for tonight's game, the referee Jeff Wells, the umpire Ken Watkins, the head line judge Jeff Gilbert, the line judge Doug Pruitt, and the back judge Curtis Mitchell. I want all the fans know that Wednesday, November 5th, and you can mark that on your calendar, or the Circus Carroll night at Chipotle. Phoenix Chipotle's Mexican Grill at 2241 North Hayes Road between 5 and 9 p.m. and 50% of your order will be donated back to Bishop Carroll. Get a great meal and help our school at the same time. Bring in a copy of the flyer, which is available in the main office or on our webpage, or mention you are supporting Bishop Carroll. We receive 50% of your purchase. Thank you for your support. Let's welcome the Valley Center Hornets to the field here at Bishop Carroll Stadium for tonight's game. special part of senior night in honor of the last regular season home game seniors. We will be introducing each of our senior members of supporters to as they enter the stadium. Beginning with our managers for the evening, Janelle Dooley, Mary Lineber, Mary Winter, Sophia Leonard, Laura Toon, and Hannah Whitten. And our senior players, number 1, Denzel Goolsby. Number 3, Stephen Hartberger. Number 4, A.J. Dunbar. Number 5, Pete Mann. Number 6, Kyle Moore. Number 7, Mark Sweeney. Number 8, Josh Penbeck. Number 9, Tommy Martinez. Number 10, Braden Hansers. Number 11, Jack Sanders. Number 12, Colton Howell. Number 13, Taylor White. Number 17, Colby Jones.
We thought that they probably wouldn't be. The most notable of which, defensive lineman Mason Orr, out with an ankle injury, 23 tackles. He had one stop last week against Mays, but then fell down due to an injury. Also out there is Miles Carter. He is an offensive lineman starter for Valley Center. He is not available tonight. Tonight's officials brought to you by Warren's Optical. Jeff Wells is the referee. Ken Watkins is the umpire. Jeff Gilbert, the head linesman. Doug Pruitt, the line judge. And the back judge is Curtis Mitchell. Brad, kind of a nice atmosphere out here. Beautiful night for football. And we may be seeing a penalty flag here for Bishop Carroll because they're late. We saw this a couple of years ago as well, Brad, and they were happy to take one on senior night.
You know, it's going to be one of those things where you just let this play out. There is no clock. So, you know, the officials obviously have one in their back pocket. But for tonight, for a lot of these kids who have been through this program and have waited for this senior night for an awful long time, this is really special, and you just let them have their time, penalty or not.
Penalty or not, I would agree. Bishop Carroll in their home greens with the gold pants, the gold letters, the gold numbers, the golden helmets. Valley Center in their road whites, black pants, black and purple helmets with the purple numbers. We'll be right back with the kickoff right after this. And here comes the rest of the Golden Eagles out onto the field. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
Tasty Mexican food
1 minute.
on your schedule.
1 minute.
Taco Prado. All fresh ingredients made in-house. The old-fashioned way. Like Taco Prado's popular money-saver combo with a bean and cheese burrito, 2 tacos, and a 16-ounce drink for just $3.99. Taco Prado at 7333 West Central or at 8385 West 21st Street North. And we have gift cards for family and friends, making it muy bueno and fast for 40 years. Taco Prado.
Decker Tax and Accounting is family
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
(722-8412). Decker Tax and Accounting, serving Wichita families and small businesses for over 55 years.
Golden Eagle football on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Coin toss brought to you by Phil's Coins, and Bishop Carroll will be receiving it first. Left to right will come the kick from Valley Center from the 40-yard line. A win, and Bishop Carroll is the district champion. The kick from Eckert, and it is an onside kick. It's going to be covered easily by Sanders on the far side. Runs out of bounds at the 43-yard line, first down and 10. And already we see some spooky things happening on Halloween, Brad.
Well, in an onside kick, listen, for Valley Center, why don't you go ahead and throw something into the mix? You got a little bit of an opportunity here. Go ahead and see what's going to happen.
So first down and 10 for Bishop Carroll at their own 42-yard line. They'll start with the drive, 3 seconds off the clock. And we'll begin at the 42. Left hash here, and out come the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. First down and 10, and Bishop Carroll will come out in a spread formation, pistol in the backfield. Grizzly set with a wingback on the left side against this 3-man defensive front for Valley Center. Now that man goes in motion, double tight end set. That's the backup John Leland. Here's the handoff to Goolsby. Cuts inside the right tackle, breaks the tackle at the 45. He's into 50. He's into Valley Center territory. Past the 40, past the 30. Finally caught inside the 20-yard line on the far sideline. A huge run to start the game of 38 yards for a first down for Bishop Carroll into the red zone to start the game.
Well, and how fast is that? Just stepping right into those holes that are created up there by that big offensive line. And folks just really pushing.
First down and 10, Valley Center. Bishop Carroll will have it at the Valley Center 20-yard line. No score, first drive of the game. Shotgun in the backfield. It is Cowell. Going to hand it off. Nope, faked it. Going to throw over the middle. Wide open there, and dropping it is Keaton Mans. He was separated from the football right at the goal line.
There was no
the whistle didn't blow. They're going to say it's a fumble recovered by Valley Center. Oh, that is unbelievable that they called that a fumble. I cannot believe that's a fumble. It's recovered on the play by Valley Center, and they're going to let that stand. It was taken by Colin Sharp, returned up the near sideline to the 14-yard line, first down and 10.
Wow, a little bit of a shock there. That ball just kind of popped right out of the receiver's hand right at the goal line and bounced into the end zone. I was surprised it was right at the foot of the official, and nobody was blowing a whistle, and suddenly it dawned on Valley Center to pick that thing up.
Boy, did you think that there was a football move made after that?
I didn't think that there was,
no. I didn't think so. Well, Valley Center will have it now, first down and 10. It is back to pass. Shear airs it out down the near sideline, has a man behind the defense, and boy, he had absolutely roasted Small right there. That was DeMarco King. Pass flutters incomplete at the near side at the 40-yard line, incomplete. It is second down and 10. Boy, they were going for it all right there.
That pass coming up over the top, and King was just really behind the defense. Small had decent position on the inside, but it was just that separation by King that really kind of made that an interesting pass.
Second down and 10, so Bishop Carroll turns it over on their first drive of the game on a fumble, apparently, by Keaton Mans in the Valley Center red zone. It is second down and 10 for the Hornets. They've got it inside their own 15-yard line. No score, their first drive of the game. Couple men in motion. Shear throws it on the far side. It's underthrown and nearly picked off on the far side. That was Nichols that nearly tried to grab it in there. He stepped right in front of the intended receiver. Scaff sprinting down the far sideline, and it's third and 10 for Valley Center.
Well, for Andrew, he did get behind the defense on the other side of Nichols, and that ball came out just a little bit flatter than the ball to King on the previous play, and that's where you had a little bit more of an opportunity to actually make a play.
Third down and 10. Valley Center with it at their own 14-yard line. Be sure to stay tuned after the game for the Rusty Egg Ford postgame show to find out who is tonight's Newman University Athletics Player of the Game. Brad will choose tonight's top performer to be the Newman University Athletics Player of the Game. Third and 10 from the 14. Shotgun set. Shear, bootleg right, hit as he throws, and it is caught. A leaping catch is made for a first down at the 28-yard line. What a grab. A Golden Eagle draped all over him. Alec Weddig brings it in inside the right hash at the 28-yard line for a first down.
Well, and Valley Center obviously looking to stretch that Bishop Carroll defense and see if they can't manage to get something working here through the air.
Scanning the City League, brought to you by Friday Night Quick Scores on the Big Talker 1480 KQAM. Join Dan Lucero from 7 to 10. Tonight, during the regular season, for live scoring updates from around the City League and the Wichita area, it's the last night for Friday Night Quick Scores on the Big Talker 1480 KQAM. I formation in the backfield. First down and 10. It's a handoff, goes to Hurt, and Hurt is wrapped up and bottled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain at the 30 there. Dugan was the first Golden Eagle to get to him, I think, for the Gang Green defense. Second down, and they're going to give him a gain of about 2 up the middle. Second down and 8 coming up for Valley Center. Around the City League, Northwest is at Hutch. North versus Junction City, that's at Heights. West at Derby. South versus Campus. Capon beat Heights 17-14 yesterday, and Eats blanked Southeast 24-0 to get into the playoffs. So East, KMC, and Heights are all into the playoffs. Our first quarter tonight brought to you by Toppers Plus. Second down and 9. The ball at the 30 for Valley Center. It's a counter, and it's going to be the quarterback breaking a tackle. No, it's an end around for Zach White. He's got the first down past the 45-yard line, and he is all the way to the 50. Close. No, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 46-yard line. First down and 10, Valley Center. Back-to-back first downs for a team that has an average 21 points a game. They're chewing up some big yardage right now against this vaunted Bishop Carroll defense.
Well, and once you see Valley Center really kind of put things together, they tend to go a little bit more in streaks. So you're going to see a little bit more opportunity through the air, and now they've decided to go a little bit more on the ground, see what they decide to mix it up with this time.
1st and 10, Valley Center now. No score, their first drive of the game. They got a Bishop Carroll turnover to get this drive. A low snap, direct snap to Schneer. Hit in the backfield and dropped. I think Marquez came in like a missile to put him down, and he lost his helmet. A sack for Marquez, loss of a half yard, 2nd down and 11. You know, I went to practice very end of it on Thursday this week, talked to one of the coaches. He said that he thought the guys were extremely relaxed, and he was worried if they were a little bit too relaxed. Maybe they are. Maybe that's why the Golden Eagles seem to be a little bit flat tonight, Brad. 2nd down and just over 10. Ball is at the 44-yard line. First drive of the game for Valley Center. No score. Diamond in the backfield. Low snap. Shear picks it off the turf and overthrows everybody by about 5 yards. Step for step on the far side with Alec Wedig for Bishop Carroll was the cornerback Evan Nichols. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Back to the 46 for the Hornets.
Right now, it just looks like really as far as the air is concerned for Valley Center, they're really just trying to get Shear just to step back and almost 1 and on 2 have that ball already out of his hand. So if you're doing a 1-2 count and you're trying to kind of gauge how fast you need to get back there, he's really just lobbing the grenade just about as soon as he pulls the pin.
We kicked off just a little bit late tonight at 7:03, 45 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by All Things Barbecue on Douglas in the historic Delano District. It's always a perfect time for barbecue. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made. 3rd down and 10. Shear bumbled the handoff. It's thrown and almost intercepted by Marquez. Oh, it hit him right in the 9 on the jersey. He couldn't come up with it. Shear had Samuel Hank Honus breathing down his neck in the backfield. And for the first time today, Valley Center will have to punt on 4th down.
Well, and you see Marquez coming out from his middle linebacker position over to the left side of that defensive line and was really in position to make that play, and the ball just kind of came out of Shear's hand in a really awkward style.
On the near side hashes Goolsby, Hornback on the far side hashes at the 23-yard line for Bishop Carroll. The punt is not a good one from Postal Wade, bounces at the 40 and then takes a roll down the far side line inside the 30, and it'll finally be downed at the 24-yard line on the far sideline by Andrew Scaff. So Bishop Carroll will have its 2nd drive at the 9:09 mark in the 1st. No score, and all of a sudden, kind of some spooky things happening here on Halloween. Believe it or not, Valley Center, before they got their district victory this season, which ended a long losing streak in district games, their last district win came in 2008, 42-22 over Wichita West. That was the week after they lost to Bishop Carroll, 59-14. 1st down and 10, Bishop Carroll. They'll take over at their 24. Goolsby lost the football. Valley Center says they have it. They do. A fumble and turnovers for Bishop Carroll on their first 2 possessions. This time it's Goolsby. He fumbles for the first time all season.
Well, that was just a real awkward-looking play developing, and Denzel looked like he already had the ball put away. And where he normally carries it, a little bit lower down in the turn of his elbow, a little bit of an opportunity for you to swipe. But usually, Denzel doesn't have to worry about anybody being back behind the line that far.
Boy, just absolute shell shock thus far here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium as Valley Center has got the ball at the Bishop Carroll 28-yard line. The number 1 defense has not allowed more than 1 red zone drive all season. I formation in the backfield. 1st down and 10. It's a toss play out to the far side. Hurd is completely enveloped and surrounded and dropped in the backfield for a big-time loss. Coming up to get him from the linebacking core was Will Honus. A loss of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 14 back at the 32-yard line. 8:45 to play in the 1st. No score. Valley Center's 2nd drive. Both of the first 2 Bishop Carroll drives have ended on Golden Eagle fumbles.
Well, and you really don't have a chance to get your shoulders square as that play was really developing towards the Valley Center sideline.
Shotgun max protect. 1 back on each side of quarterback Dylan Shear. To his left, checking in as the fullback Rains. Steps up in the pocket, airs it out down the far sideline, and that is almost intercepted in the end zone. Diving for it at the last moment was Evan Nichols. He was blanketing in coverage to Marco King. Pass landed in the front right corner of the end zone. Valley Center moving right to left as we view it here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. And it is 3rd down and 14. Valley Center has it at the Bishop Carroll 32-yard line.
Now we've seen Bishop Carroll come out a little bit softer at least the last couple of nights. Talking about going all the way back to May South last week when things were just a little bit slower and a defense that actually kind of popped them just a little bit early. But now the turnover bug seems to have bitten.
3rd down and 14. 32-yard line, right to left move the Hornets. 3 receivers left, 1 man right. Snap to Shear. Shear going to take it himself, and he will plunge forward but not get much. He ran right into the lap of Marquez and Dugan for the Golden Eagles. He picked up 2 to get to the 40, and it's 4th down and 12. And might we see a kick coming up here from Nathan Eckert, his longest of the season, 37 yards. He was 0 for 1 last week, but hit all 4 of his point afters, and he is perfect on the year point after touchdowns, 19 for 19 in the PAT category, 3 of 6 on field goals. And it appears that Valley Center is going to line up to go for it. Bishop Carroll defensively allowing only 4 of 13 conversions on 4th down all season. Trips left, 1 man right, timeout Valley Center. They'll take it at the 32-yard line, 7:41 to go in the first. 4th down and 12. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Instead, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
This is Wichita's official home for high school football. Sports Radio 1410 KGSO Wichita.
Welcome back to Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Blake Cripps, Brad Streeter had some technical issues with our sideline equipment for Russ Kessler tonight, but he is still here. Statistician David Smith, our spotter Carlos Trujillo, and our producer engineer Anthony Smith back at the American Family Insurance Alex Acosta Agency Sports Desk. 4th down here, Brad, from the 30-yard line. Kind of a lengthy field goal, not much breeze to worry about right now. Do you think that Valley Center just goes ahead and rides the momentum and goes for it here, or do you think they'll kick?
I think right now you're looking at a pooch kick situation, and that's probably why they went ahead and called this timeout. When you saw what the defense was, it was lined up. Shear actually had about a 7-yard drop as opposed to his usual 5-yard drop.
Oh, you think
that
a
he's
quick
been
kick
using
here.
easier? Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to pooch that thing just down inside the 10 and maybe get it bounced out of bounds. They were working the angle a little bit earlier on the punt.
It is senior night here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. The seniors all introduced before the game, so the pregame routine a little bit disjointed today. Maybe that's thrown off the Bishop Carroll focus. 4th down and 12. Ball is at the 30-yard line. Trips left, 1 man right. Shear back at his normal depth for the shotgun. Bootleg to the right. Stops, throws right side, and it is overthrown and incomplete. And the Bishop Carroll defense makes a stand. They'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, a nice job just by getting the rollout, something we haven't seen from Shear so far tonight. And really trying to work a little bit harder on their air game tonight. So not really a big loss as far as Valley Center goes as far as field position. But right now, Bishop Carroll has really got to come out and make a little bit of a statement. 3 opportunities early and not the results that you're used to from Bishop Carroll.
It's the 3rd drive of the game for Bishop Carroll at the 7:36 mark in the first quarter. No score. Bishop Carroll has 2 fumbles in this game. Denzel Goolsby on the last drive and mans the drive before. 1st and 10. 1 man goes in motion. It's the tight end. Pistol in the backfield. Here is Goolsby. Goolsby hit at the line of scrimmage, and there is absolutely no room to run. A wall of purple, black, and white meet him there and drag him down for no gain. Leading the charge there for the Hornets was their leading tackler, Chase Crawford. 2nd down and 10, Bishop Carroll. And this Golden Eagle offense yet to get uncorked tonight on senior night. Shotgun in the backfield, 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. So a twin formation. 2nd down and 10 at the 30. And on the near side, Bailey, and in the slot is Dunmeyer. Goolsby to the right of Howell, calling out protections from the shotgun. Takes the snap, going to throw it out to the flat near side, and that is off the hands of Dunmeyer. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10, Bishop Carroll. Boy, this is a Golden Eagle offense that we have not seen much this year, Brad.
Well, and I think one of the things is that maybe everything ahead of the game really kind of had their focus a little bit distracted. You hate to see that on senior night because you know that this night is coming. So there's not really anything you can do about it, but you've got to immediately pocket those emotions, pocket that delay, and then go ahead and get ready to roll.
3rd down and 10 at the 30-yard line for Bishop Carroll. They convert 33% of the time on the year. Boy, they could use one right now. No score, middle of the first quarter with Valley Center. 3-step drop out of the shotgun. Howell over the middle. That's complete for a 1st down. And dragging it in for his first catch of the season, the backup tight end, John Leland. He is put down at the 44-yard line after a pickup for the 1st down for Bishop Carroll, their first down of the game.
Great hands, nice pattern, and also a way to put that ball away.
1st down and 10, Carroll. They've got it at the 44-yard line. Shotgun snap. Here's the handoff. Goes to Goolsby. Goolsby tumbled down after a 1-yard gain to the 45-yard line. 2 Hornets were there to meet him. The first man to get a hit on him was Levi Maxson, making his first start of the season defensively for the Hornets. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Ball at the 45-yard line. 2 receivers far side. Tight end is in on the right side. That's Leland. Now they will go ahead and check. So Leland getting the start here, at least on this drive, instead of Bell. Right side is Bailey. 2 men far side. Out there wide is Sanders, and in the slot is Dunmeyer. Shotgun in the backfield. Goolsby to the left of Howell. They check the play. They fake the handoff to Goolsby end around. Howell hit as he throws the post, and it is dropped there. A flag is down. Valley Center can't believe it. The intended receiver was Adam Bailey. He was hit on the play by the cornerback Alec Wedig, and it looks like the officials thought that he got there early.
Quite possibly. I'm watching Adam as he gets up. He had a little bit of a back injury early on in the season. That's healed up. But as he goes up for that ball and comes down, there was nothing breaking his fall except for the bend of the grass.
And it's an artificial surface here, and the preliminary indication was pass interference on Valley Center.
Well, that was just kind of a split second early, because I thought that was pretty decent coverage, and both players actually going up for the ball at the same time.
Yeah,
but
so
like
did
you
I.
said, it might have been just a split second early.
First down and 10. Up to the 40-yard line now for Bishop Carroll. No score. Third drive of the game for the Golden Eagles. Jab step left in the backfield, and then Howell is completely surrounded and hit for a loss of 3 in the backfield. And getting up from the bottom of the pile there was Big Jed Elliott, the nose guard, who led the charge on that play. A loss of 2. Second down and 12 for Bishop Carroll. Carroll already lines up here. Checking in Ty Seifert as a slot receiver left side. Twins each way. They'll throw it out to the flat. That's complete to Bailey. Bailey up the near side line, and he's able to high step his way inside the 40 to the 39. He gains 3. That'll bring up third down and 9 for Bishop Carroll.
Well, an obvious long situation here on third down. And Colton Howell's trying to get just a little bit more of his timing down as far as some of these routes.
Third down and 9. Ball at the Valley Center 39-yard line. Goolsby behind Howell as they check the play. 2 receivers right. Bailey, and in the slot is A.J. Dunmeyer. Tight end on the left side is Leland. Out there wide, Zach Sanders. Howell takes the snap, turns, hands it off to Goolsby. Has a hold this time, and he's around the end at the 35-yard line. Pushed out of bounds, I think, for the first down. We'll see where they mark him. I think he got to the 30. Yes, he did. He got the 29-yard line. He was run out by Feather on the near side. He picks up 10 and converts the first down for Bishop Carroll. First down and 10 inside the Valley Center 30.
Really kind of tough whenever you've got a defense that plays with so much intensity, and then you're trying to pick that same intensity up on offense.
5.5 to go in the first. No score. Pistol in the backfield. Handoff Goolsby. Trying to get around the corner. He does. A flag is down, and he is tackled right near the line to gain at the 20-yard line, angling toward the far side boundary. Let's see if the play will hold up. It stands as a 10-yard gain for Goolsby, but a flag is down at the 24-yard line on the far side hashes. Bishop Carroll turned it over. Their first 2 possessions of the game, both via a fumble, one in the Valley Center red zone. Holding. Bishop Carroll bring it back. First penalty on Bishop Carroll today.
Not sure who was actually flagged on that, but it looked like it might have been Ryan Kelly. A little extracurricular activity going on after the play. And okay. Just returning the flag. I thought we had another one getting dropped out there real quick.
So a 10-yard penalty on Bishop Carroll. It happened down the field, so they'll mark it back to the 35-yard line. It's first and 15 for the Golden Eagles. No score, 5:30 to play in the first quarter. Corking back to throw is Howell. He was low on the pass, wide open there on the post was the intended receiver, Adam Bailey. Incomplete, second down and more like about 16 at the 45-yard line. Carroll really needs to get to about the 19 to convert a first down. Second down and 15. Double tight end set this time, both on the left here. 3-point stance for Bell and just a 2-point stance for Leland. He'll line up kind of as a wingback. This is almost a grizzly package here for Bishop Carroll. One man on the right is Adam Bailey. One man to the far side is Sanders, the receivers. Snap to Howell. Play action. Bootleg. Surrounded in the backfield. Hit and thrown down for a loss to the 45-yard line. And now some talking after the play, and it's going to be a flag. Who's it on? An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is coming. Chris Blummel got right in the face of the quarterback, Colton Howell. Unsportsmanlike conduct is whistled on Valley Center. That will completely negate the outstanding sack on the play. I think that might have been Maxson that got Howell down in the backfield for a huge loss.
Well, Colton kind of got spun around, lost his balance, and as he's trying to regain balance, takes that long stride just completely off bounds.
So a 15-yard penalty on Valley Center, and that'll give Bishop Carroll an automatic first down. Oh, no, it's not an automatic first down in high school. The only level of football, where an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty does not result in a first down. So instead, it's a 15-yard gain from the end of the run, and it'll be 3rd down and 11, ball at the 30-yard line. Never understood why it's not an automatic first down here, but it isn't. 3rd down and 11. Ball is at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers each way for Bishop Carroll. Bishop Carroll so far today is 2 for 2 on 3rd down. Has been about the only bright spot for the Golden Eagle offense. Goolsby to the right of Howell in the shotgun. Snap to Colton. Colton pump fakes. Wants to go to the end zone. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Can he get away? No, he's sacked again. Outstanding pressure up the middle by Big Jed Elliott, who grabbed him for a sack back at the 40-yard line, and it's 4th down and 20 to go.
Wow, that was just being owned up front. I'm not sure exactly who had that assignment on Big Jed, but he's going to be coming just about every time, fellas, so maybe firing just a little bit quicker might be necessary.
Now 4th down and about 20, back to the 38-yard line. And do we see the punt unit coming on? Not yet. No score. First quarter, 4 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Bishop Carroll has not been shut out in a first or second quarter this entire season. Maybe in danger here. Here's the snap on 4th and 20. Howell in the backfield, throws from the 45-yard line, has Dunmeyer down the middle, overthrew him. AJ dove in the end zone right in front of the goalposts. He couldn't come up with it. It's incomplete, and Bishop Carroll goes empty-handed again under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter, and Bishop Carroll is looking very vulnerable on Halloween.
Well, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier, the slow start that they had against Maize South last week, and now this week as far as the offense is concerned, just not really feeling comfortable and not really sure exactly what it is. I haven't seen this in quite a while from a Bishop Carroll offense.
1st down and 10 for Valley Center. No score, 3:59 to play in the first quarter. Valley Center will take over at their own 38-yard line. In the shotgun is Shear. To the left here is Hurt. 3 receivers right. Shear going to run it up the middle. Runs over a Golden Eagle, but he is hit in the backfield and stopped. Getting the worst part of that was Jared Johnson, but Chris Dugan got the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play. It is 2nd down and 8 at the 40-yard line. Just kind of a weird feeling tonight for some reason. Not something, just feels a little off. Bishop Carroll needs to figure out what it is, and quick. Good D on that play, gain of only 1, 2nd down and 9, just shy of the 40. Shotgun formation, Shear with 3 to the right, King to the left. Bootleg on the right side, Shear hit as he throws the ball, and it is dropped. The ball should have been intercepted on the far side. It was right in the breadbasket of, I think that's Mark Quaney over there. Boy, he never drops those.
Holy cow. Oh.
3rd down and 9, back at the 40-yard line for Valley Center. That hit him right in the 7.
We are really looking at something here that is an anomaly, and only on Halloween are you going to see something like this. Quaney, the ball hawk, and that one just comes right off the midsection.
He looked like he tried to catch that with his body instead of with his hands. 3rd down and 9 to go. All of a sudden, Bishop Carroll trying to get behind their defense here. They need a rally. They need a stop. Shearer takes it in the shotgun, a low snap, pump fakes. He's going to heave it down the center of the field. Nobody's there except for a Golden Eagle, intercepted by Nichols. He'll return it down the near side hashes, now angling to the far side, and he got decked at the 45-yard line by one of the offensive linemen for Valley Center. Somebody just absolutely gave him a lick. That was Gavin Reeves, I think. 2 flags on the play, both resting on the Carroll side of the 50 as the Golden Eagles move left to right. It was after the interception, so this should count. A legal block in the back going against Bishop Carroll. So they'll move him back from there, but the interception will stand, and Evan Nichols, maybe he will inject some adrenaline into this gold and green sideline that has come out absolutely flatter than the western half of Kansas tonight.
Well, and not only have we had senior night, senior week, senior everything, you also have colder weather tonight that you really haven't had to face in a long, long time, since probably last season. And that does play a little bit of havoc. Plus, whenever the weather changes, you never know. One of these guys may have the sniffles, and I hate to say that it's the sniffles.
From the 39, 1st and 10, handoff. Goolsby hit as he crosses the 40, and then momentum carries him on the right side hashes to the 44-yard line. He gains 5 on the play. It's 2nd down and 10, 2nd down and 5 for Bishop Carroll. Evan Baltazar was able to spear him down for the Hornets. We'll call it a gain of 6, and now clock is stopped. What for? Apparently by the back judge, and apparently we're good to go. 2nd down and 4, ball is at the 45-yard line. 2:45 to go in the first, no score. Bishop Carroll has fumbled twice and did not convert on 4th down once from their own 45. Wing back to the left is Leland, one receiver each side. Handoff goes to Goolsby inside the right tackle. No room to run there. He's able to dive forward for 2 behind his guards. Just shy of the 47-yard line, brings up 3rd down and a long 2 for the Golden Eagles. There's just not as much push up front as we are used to seeing. Pistol in the backfield. Goolsby behind Howell. They'll check the play. Dunmeyer in the slot right side. Man's out wide. Tight end on the left is Leland. Far left side, I believe that's Bailey over there. 3rd down and 2 from the 47. They need the 49 for the first down. Goolsby completely bottled up in the backfield. Hit as soon as he got the handoff, and he loses 2. Back to the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 2 becomes 4th down and 4. And Brad, I hate to say this, but right now, this is the first time I've ever said this doing Bishop Carroll's games. Valley Center wants it way worse than Bishop Carroll does right now.
Well, that may be for just one quarter. One of the things that they're doing right now with Valley Center is they're actually lining up their ends on defense back inside those tackles, and that really puts you in a situation where you've got a lot of opportunity.
Quick punt from Watkins is taken by Bishop Carroll at the 26-yard line and down right there by Harshberger. It'll be 1st down and 10. Valley Center, 1:16 to play in the first. We still have no score. Impossibly so, you would think, coming into this game. And boy, this will send some shockwaves around the state as they look to see how this will affect the 5A districts on the western side of the bracket.
Well, right now, Valley Center on defense is really playing some decent splits. You usually hear about splits on the offense, but they're really taking the gaps and really trying to get some guys involved in some double team situations.
Shotgun max protect, 1st down and 10. Handoff goes on the right side to Hurd. Hurd is going to be hit in the backfield, and he got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else. Good tackle on the play. Coming up, the outside linebacker, Will Honus, was able to mash him down for little to no gain, maybe 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 for Valley Center. They'll have it at their own 27, under a minute to play in the first. And unless something drastic happens here, Bishop Carroll will be shut out in the first quarter for the first time all season. On the year, they have outscored their opponents 157-0 in the first. 2nd down and 9. Valley Center. They've got it at their own 27. No score. Seconds dwindling down in the first quarter. Wishbone formation in the backfield. They tried a handoff there. The ball pops out loose. It's on the ground. Bishop Carroll gets on top of it, and the Golden Eagles force a fumble and a turnover at the 25-yard line. Coming out with it is Jarrett Johnson.
Well, it might be some of the intensity that they were looking for, and I know I was looking over on the sidelines. There was a little huddle with all of the offense, and they were really getting in the grill of some of the kids and really challenging them and saying, hey, listen, fellas, you're getting pushed around out there, and you guys have not had this situation all season long. It's time to buckle down, and it's time to play 3 more quarters of 26 seconds worth of football and do it Eagle style as opposed to what we've been doing so far.
The Eagle fashion has not been so good thus far. 1st down and 10. Bishop Carroll's got it. 25-yard line. Shotgun set. Howell with Goolsby to his right. 2 receivers each way. Snap back to Colton. Colton looking for the post left side. Now chased from the pocket. Throws on the run, and it is overthrown. Looking for Goolsby. Boy, I hate to say this, but the offensive line for Bishop Carroll has just not been giving much protection or getting much push up front. They have been getting blown off the ball by this front 3 of Valley Center.
You know, they've made a little bit of a switch. It looks like maybe Kelly is out, Streeter's in at guard, and they brought Gearens back in over to the left side.
2nd down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Goolsby sprinting around the right edge, cuts back to the left, hit at the 20-yard line, and he's into the Taco Pronto red zone at the 17 after a gain of 9. It'll be 3rd down and 1 when we come back for the second quarter. I don't think Bishop Carroll can get this snapped in time, and they cannot. So that's the end of the first. At the end of 1, a score that is sure to spook football fans around the state. Bishop Carroll, 0. Valley Center, 0. Be back with the second quarter brought to you by Continental Truck Accessories after this. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football. Bishop Carroll facing 3rd down and 2 at the Valley Center 17-yard line in the red zone here. 2 receivers left, empty set right. Shotgun snap, Howell will keep it back. He'll run inside the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He'll dive for the pylon, and he is in! Touchdown, Bishop Carroll! 6 seconds in, and the Golden Eagles are finally on the scoreboard on senior night. Colton Howell's 10th rushing touchdown of the year. And boy, you can just feel the sigh of relief from the Golden Eagle fans. It's 6-0.
Well, and that's one thing that we also haven't really seen a lot tonight is Colton on a keeper after a read. He hasn't been hanging on to the ball.
He hung on to it there, and now it'll be Taylor White for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good inside the right upright. 7-0 Bishop Carroll over Valley Center. The Hornets will have the chance to tie or take the lead when we come back. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
On Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Bishop Carroll set to kick off with Lopez, and he will kick it deep. 7-0 Bishop Carroll. It'll be taken by King at the 5-yard line. Center of the field, angles to the far side boundary. Inside the 20, runs into his own blocker, and he's finally slapped down at the 25-yard line by Dugan of the Golden Eagle special teamers. 11:47 to play in the first quarter. 1st down and 10. Valley Center at the 25-yard line. Bishop Carroll ahead 7-0 on a 3-play 25-yard drive following the Jarrett Johnson fumble recovery at the Valley Center 25. It took 30 seconds, a 16-yard run by Colton Howell, and the top-ranked Golden Eagles are finally on the board here on senior night, the regular season finale for both of these teams. 1st down and 10, Valley Center. We'll start with it at the 25. I formation in the backfield. Shear is under center. Try to give it off to his fullback. Then pitches back at the last second to White. White gets shouldered down right at the line of scrimmage. He may have gained 1. Nice form tackle made there by Samuel Hank Honus. It's a gain of 2, they will say, to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for the Hornets.
A nice job by Andrew Scaff out in the slot there for Valley Center. He was in a situation where if that block doesn't go the right way, he's going to be caught for getting a little bit of hand in the back on one of the Bishop Carroll would-be tacklers.
2nd down and 8 for Valley Center. They've got it at their own 27-yard line. Just about a minute into the second quarter, it is 7-0 Bishop Carroll. We had a scoreless first quarter for the first time all season. One man goes in motion to the far side, low snap to Shear. Shear gonna hoist it behind the defense. 2 men are there, and both of them are Golden Eagles, and it's intercepted by Evan Nichols, his second pick of the game. He's got it at the Carroll 35-yard line. First down and 10. The gangrene defense comes up large again.
Well, and the cornerback for Evan Nichols turns into a wide receiver. His eyes are on the quarterback the whole time, and he knows it's a fly route just going up the sidelines. And he just catches that right over his inside shoulder, just like he's supposed to.
Ball was overthrown by Shear, and it's first down and 10. So a pick at the 3:07 mark in the first, and now a second one at the 10:56 mark here in the second. First and 10, Bishop Carroll. Howell takes the shotgun snap at his chest, hands it off to Goolsby, who runs over a Hornet, but can't get much more than one to the 37-yard line. Second down and 9, and boy, Mays South must have put something on film, because the Golden Eagle rushing offense, which averages per game 268 yards, has looked very ordinary through the first part of this game and also through last game. Second down and 9. The ball is at the 37-yard line, and a stoppage of play. Somebody needed to tie a shoe. That was Elvin Balthazar, one of the linebackers. Second down and 9, 37-yard line. Howell wings it to the right, and it is complete to Sanders on the post. Dragged down at the 40-yard line for a first down. A gain of 23.
Great job by Zach, just coming open underneath, and nobody in between him and the quarterback. And Colton Howell just threaded the needle, and that's the type of play that we really need from Colton here.
Couple of tight ends shuffle on. Bell will be in a three-point stance. Leland to his left as a wingback. One receiver each side. Pistol in the backfield. Here is Goolsby trucking it around the left end. A huge move. Dekes out one man from his cleats. Now sprinting down the near side line. Breaks a tackle at the 10, and he stumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Bishop Carroll. A 41-yard run by Denzel Goolsby, the senior. His 25th rushing touchdown of the season, and it's 13-0 Carroll at 10:15 to go in the first half.
Well, and Denzel just managed to get a little bit of a shoulder deep going, and then you have all the Bishop Carroll offensive line over there just throwing blocks downfield, and that is a thing of beauty. And Denzel with some great strength.
High snap on the extra point, but White's able to boot it through. 14-0, 10:15 to play in the first half. Carroll over Valley Center in this district finale. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
Facility kickoff for the Hornets, 25 athletic and announcing the national team is off the Gold Eagle field in Maytown, number 2.
Gold football on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Bishop Carroll with back-to-back three-play drives to start the second quarter. A 41-yard run by Denzel Goolsby, and it's 14-0 Bishop Carroll. 10:15 to play in the first half. Here is a handoff on the kick return. They hand it off to Alec Weddig, who is speared out of bounds just shy of the 17-yard line on the far side. It's going to end up being about a 12-yard return. We saw Mays try to do that a couple of weeks ago. Didn't work out well for them. Didn't work out too well for Valley Center there. The Hornets will take over at the 17-yard line. First down and 10. Bishop Carroll has scored 14 points all off turnovers here in the second quarter. A Jarrett Johnson fumble recovery to end the first, and then an interception by Evan Nichols here early in the second. Bishop Carroll had 2 turnovers, both fumbles, to start their first 2 drives of the game. First down and 10, Valley Center will take over at their own 17, trailing 14-0. Statue of Liberty play is shut down immediately. Isaiah Hurd took the carry on the left side, and he was blasted right at the line of scrimmage. The cornerback was home there. That was Stephen Small. Loss on the play, second down and 12. Back to the 15-yard line. They did the handoff behind the back as Shear tried to throw it out, fake it to the near side, and that did not work.
Well, listen, it's good to see a Statue of Liberty that does not work every once in a while. I'm still stinging after Boise State and OU a couple years ago.
The Oklahoma fan, Brad Streeter. Second down and 12. Ball is at the 15-yard line. One man goes in motion. That's Triana to the far side for Valley Center. The snap is fumbled through the arms of the quarterback Shear, and he's sacked inside the 5-yard line. A huge loss, and that's just a tailor-made sack for Samuel Hankonis, his team-leading 9th of the year, and now it's third down and an eternity for Valley Center back at their own 5-yard line.
You always see Bishop Carroll come out as far as defense goes. They've always got a little bit of intensity, but then that fire just gets stoked. You see gauges get turned up just a little bit, and then the heat really starts to come, and you start bringing Hank, you start bringing Christopher, you start bringing these guys off the edge, and then those linebackers are just playing just lights out. But when you get that front line really firing, that's when things get a little bit scary when you're the opposing offense.
Third down and 22 for Valley Center. Valley Center is 1 for 4 on third down tonight. And a timeout is going to be called by Valley Center. That's the Hornets' second of the first half. 8:46 to play in the first. Bishop Carroll 14, Valley Center nothing. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
What keeps customers
30,
coming back
please.
to Riverside Cafe?
Do you mind if I have
The
water?
atmosphere,
No,
that
go
warm
ahead.
feeling you
Thank
get
you,
when
man.
you come in.
Everyone's cold.
Golden Eagle football on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Be sure you stay tuned for the Cruise Corporation Bishop Carroll halftime report. We've got our Bishop Carroll spotlight coming up, plus the first half scoring recap and halftime stats all coming up in our Cruise Corporation Bishop Carroll halftime report. Currently, it's the top-ranked Golden Eagles 14, Valley Center nothing. Third and 22 after the fumbled snap back to Shear that he covered at the 5-yard line with 8:46 to play in the first half. Shear barking out protections from the shotgun, takes the snap. It's a direct snap. It went to Hurd, but flags blew this play dead, and it's a false start on Valley Center. They were trying to trick the Golden Eagles again, and this was on the scouting report. Coach Schuckman had an inkling that maybe Valley Center on Halloween, needing a win to get into the postseason, would probably throw the whole playbook at Bishop Carroll, and so far they have.
Well, why not? It's high school. You don't know who's keeping notes. You don't know how anybody else interprets video. So you may as well go ahead and throw everything that you've got. And then throw a couple of things that maybe you don't have.
Third down, and that'll make it about 3rd and 24 at the 3. It ends up being a 2-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal. Valley Center's got to get it all the way out past the 27-yard line for a first down. Just about the entire pattern will be inside the end zone here in terms of the formation for Valley Center if the guys are off the line. Shear has the shotgun set with Hurt to his left, and Valley Center didn't get the playoff in time. A delay of game on the Hornets. Move them back 1 yard, so they'll be snapping this now from about the 1.5 or 2-yard line. So they'll make it 3rd down and 26. Valley Center really putting themselves in dangerous safety position here. Bishop Carroll loved to get a defensive score. Shear will take the snap inside the end zone. 3 receivers right, 1 man left. Takes the drop, throws it quickly. He's got King on the far side, but threw it out of bounds, incomplete. He had King in one-on-one coverage with Small, but King never really had a chance to make that catch. That landed in the bench for Valley Center. 4th down, and now you've got to make sure you execute this punt snap if you're the Hornets.
Boy, in some situations, it's almost like you are right at the back of the end zone, and you haven't really seen any pressure right now. Carroll's not really brought any pressure as far as punt coverage. this would almost be a good place just to step out, maybe save yourself 5 points.
I think sometimes for Bishop Carroll, they don't use the pressure because they want to get a better return. Here's the kick. It's very short. Bounces at the 20. Gets by Hornback. He tried to come up and get it, but it bounced right by him to his right as he was darting left. And it's going to be down by Valley Center at the 29-yard line. Touchdown there, so a very short punt that will end up going for just over 25 yards. First down and 10. Bishop Carroll will have it at the 29-yard line of Valley Center. 8:30 to play in the first half with a 14-0 lead. A scoreless first tonight as Bishop Carroll turned it over on their first 2 drives of the game, both via the fumble. But Bishop Carroll has scored 14 straight points, all off of turnovers. A Jared Johnson fumble recovery and an interception by Evan Nichols. He's got 2 today. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Shotgun snap taken at the chest by Howell. A perfect pass to the left corner of the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Bishop Carroll. A one-on-one matchup, and Adam Bailey took it away from the Hornet. Touchdown, Bishop Carroll. It's 20-0. Boy, that was a perfect movie-like spiral from Colton Howell. His first touchdown pass of the game.
Well, and for a chest bump, how about if you get Noah Johnson running over there with about 260 worth of house coming at you for a chest bump? Maybe
White
not.
on for the extra point, and he's able to tumble it through for 1. 21-0. Bishop Carroll now in control. 8:25 to play in the first. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
Outdoor equipment.
Bishop Carroll football on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Wedding on the return, runs through 4 Bishop Carroll tacklers at the 20-yard line and emerges from that pile to the 29. Finally, he is stopped right there for a pretty decent return. 24 yards there. First down and 10. Valley Center will take over. 8:16 to play in the first half. A 21-0 lead for Bishop Carroll. Their first points without the aid of a Valley Center turnover in this game. A 29-yard pass, Howell to Bailey. A 1-play, 5-second drive as they score after a very short punt from deep in Hornet territory. It is Bailey's second receiving touchdown of the season. First down and 10, and the quarterback Shear will go under center this time in the I formation for Valley Center. Pitch play out to the left. White steps out of a tackle in the backfield, then gets rocked right at the 30-yard line. He'll stay in bounds. 2 Golden Eagles were over there. They gave the tackle to Jared Johnson, and boy, he was a runaway locomotive on that hit.
Well, and Hank Honus got out there as well and kind of turned that play back towards the sideline, but he wasn't able to get in position for the tackle, but a nice job by Jared just to come over there and clean things up.
Second down and 9. The ball is at the 30-yard line. Valley Center with the win here tonight is into the postseason if Mays South loses. Second down and 9. Shear gives it off again to White, and White is completely surrounded in the backfield and pushed backward for a loss to the 29-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play.
And now you got some of the seniors starting to play like seniors.
Honus and Marquez combining on that stop. Third down and 11 for Valley Center. Bishop Carroll with 21 points in this quarter for their 21-0 lead. 7:10 to play in the first half. Their season high for points in a quarter, 28 versus Heights in the second and the third. Boy, with the alarming rate that they're scoring now, we may be on pace to break that. Third down and 11 for Valley Center. They're 1 for 5 tonight. Shotgun snap. Shear, the quarterback, rolling to his right. Under some pressure, going to throw on the run, and he throws it away. right over the head of his intended receiver, Wedig, at the 35-yard line. That would have made it to the bench had it not hit a Golden Eagle. A whole row of them, over a 99 on this team, Brad, and 34 seniors tonight honored before the game.
34, and I think we also had
maybe
some managers
33.
in the line, too.
Yep,
So
managers there. So I think 37 total, 33 players, plus managers tonight. Nice ceremony before the game, but Carroll was certainly flat. A scoreless first quarter. Bishop Carroll held scoreless in the first period, first time all game, or all season. Postal Wait with the punt. Going to be taken by Goolsby. Bishop Carroll territory 43, center of the field. Now angles to the far sideline. Gets out of a tackle at the 40, sprinting to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Makes one man miss, and he's in. Touchdown, Bishop Carroll. A 53-yard strike on the ground on the return by Denzel Goolsby, and it's 27-0. 6:33 to play in the half.
Well, and how about some nice blocks over there? You see Quaney coming off. You also see Honus coming off, the younger Honus coming off, after some great blocks to really spring Denzel. He does an awful lot just by taking his time, taking a deep breath once he gets the ball, and then really kind of sees how everything sets up in front of him, and then it's just off to the races.
And Valley Center is in a state of confusion on the far side after such a strong start to the game. The offense now going to come out after Denzel Goolsby runs another one back. His fourth return touchdown of the season. 3 of them have come on punts, and the kick is good from White. 28-0, 6:33 to play in the first half. Carroll over Valley Center. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
You're watching Bishop Carroll football on bcbroadcasting.net. Remember to like BC Broadcasting on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at BC Broadcasting.
Back to field, the kickoff for the Hornets and Poetic number 5, and DeMarco King number 19. Taking off for the Golden Eagles, number 2, Diego Lopez.
To go in the first half. Goolsby with a 53-yard punt return, and it's 28-0 Bishop Carroll over Valley Center. Here is the return by King from the 5, center of the field, now angling toward the near side, and a beautiful open field tackle at the 17-yard line, taking away extra yardage. Brian Karst, the junior, came in to wrap him up by his leg and put him down at the 17-yard line.
A nice job by Karst, just kind of squaring up and getting that open field tackle. You always like to see what's going to happen whenever you're tackling out in space and you don't really have a lot of support around you. You're the only guy, and you got to act like that every time.
First down and 10. Valley Center has it inside their own red zone at the 17-yard line. No score for Valley Center today. They trail 28-0. They had it deep once, but that was due to a Bishop Carroll fumble. They had it at the 28-yard line of Carroll and went backward. Shotgun snap to Shear. Shear rolling from the pocket. Sack from behind. The sackmaster, Samuel Hank Honus. A loss of 4. Back to the 14-yard line. His second sack of the game, and it's second down and 14.
He chases down from the backside, I think, better than just about anybody I've ever seen. Maybe Zach Befford from a couple of years ago in the 2012 state championship team. You didn't want to try to get in front of that train when it was running towards you. I don't think you want to get in front of the Honus train either.
It's kind of like a lion going after a wounded gazelle.
Oh, yeah.
And there is no mercy once he gets there.
That's fresh
Second
meat.
down and 13. Ball at the 15-yard line. Shear hands it off on the end around. Hurt looking for yardage on the left side. Runs into a wall of gangrene defenders. The gangrene defense able to stop him. Multiple Golden Eagles there. I believe that Hallisey came up from the bottom of the pile. No gain on the play, maybe a half yard if anything. Third down and 13. Ball spotted back of the 15-yard line for Valley Center. 28-0 Bishop Carroll. Carroll is the district champion. If they win tonight, they could still be district champions even if they lose. Mays' only chance of getting into the postseason is a win by at least 15 over Mays South tonight and a loss of Valley Center by 21 or more. 3rd down and 13 for Valley Center at the 15-yard line. Shear in the shotgun, takes the snap, sidestepping to the right, now sprinting, throws on the run, and that is caught on the near sideline, and that'll be good for a 1st down, I think. Yep, they're going to rule it. DeMarco King stepping right in front of the cornerback Evan Nichols. He's got the 1st down at the 29-yard line on 3rd down and 12. They pick up 14, 1st down and 10, Valley Center. Well, they're looking to measure this, but the official on the far side has this easily as a 1st down.
I believe so. I'm not sure what. Yeah, there we go.
They have the ball back at the 27-yard line, which would be close, but the official on the far side had it near the 29-yard line. They're going to have it spotted at the 27. So I'm not. That was a really confusing way that they spotted that ball.
I think DeMarco actually came back after the catch.
And it didn't go out of bounds
It did
initially.
not go out of
Okay,
bounds, so
so
he's still
1st
trying to
and
make a
10
play.
at the 27-yard line for Valley Center, trailing 28-0. Shear, low snap, airs it out near side, incomplete. Threw as soon as he got it, and he was looking for King again. That time, Nichols had good coverage, and the pass sailed over his head at the 35-yard line into the Bishop Carroll bench on the near side. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Nichols right there, if he has his head up, there's a good chance that he probably has that for a pick 6.
And he's got an opportunity for that, that's for sure. 2nd down and 10. And it's Valley Center taking it at their own 27-yard line, trailing 28-0. That was their second 3rd down conversion of the game, by the way. Valley Center averaging 20 points per game this season, and a 19-game losing streak just a few seasons ago between 2009 and 2012. But Valley Center, their highest win total since 2004 over that stand. Here is a pass to the near sideline, right into the hands of Hornback, and he dropped it at the 43-yard line. Well, that's the 2nd interception the safeties have let get by this week.
Well, if this was dodgeball, we'd have a lot of guys sitting over on the sidelines
yes.
right now waiting to get back into the game.
You can dodge a wrench. But so far, Quaney could not catch a ball, and neither could Hornback there.
Hornback had that one just right in his mitts, and I think he was a little bit surprised the ball hung up as long as it did.
3rd down and 10 now for Valley Center. They are 2 of 7 tonight. One man goes in motion to the far side. That's King. Make a trip to the left and nobody right. Shear takes the snap. He'll roll to the far side. The Valley Center side of the field. Here's the throw behind King, and it is low, and a late hit's going to be called on Hornback there. A 15-yard penalty on Bishop Carroll and an automatic 1st down for Valley Center. Looked like Marquez is the guy that hit King initially, but then Hornback came in sprinting and dove. He didn't really hit King, I didn't think. He kind of dove over him, but he's going to be taken out either way, and he looks down, and he does not want any piece of Coach Nance right now, the defensive coordinator, that's for sure. To replace him is Brian Karst.
I think that might have been just a little bit more of a hustle play than anything else.
I agree.
I think he saw that ball coming out and
thought
really
maybe
saw
it was a fumble.
Thought it was a fumble.
Considering
what had happened down at the other end of
I
the
would
field on
agree.
the first possession with Keaton.
We thought that fumble called on Keaton was certainly going to be an incomplete pass, and they called it a fumble, and it was recovered by Valley Center, and it made for a rather weird first quarter, a scoreless first, but Bishop Carroll's roared back with 28 here in the second. So after the penalty, Valley Center will have it at the 42-yard line, 1st down and 10. 28-0 Bishop Carroll, 4:23 to play in the first. I formation, Shear will keep it himself, and he is wrapped up in the backfield and dropped by Dugan. A loss of 1 on the play, back to the 41, 2nd down and 11. Great penetration up front by the Bishop Carroll senior defensive tackle.
Well, and for Shear, listed as a quarterback and also as a middle linebacker, and he is that type. He has that body size, and he is somebody tough that you have to bring down, and you better bring a whole posse whenever you decide, and that's exactly what happened right there with Bishop Carroll.
3 Hornets left, and King to the right. To the right of Shear in the shotgun is Isaiah Hurd. 2nd down and 11. Hurd throws it, and it's dropped there. Getting blasted after the play. Oh, they're going to call a personal foul on Bishop Carroll. They're going to say that Quaney had a late hit on Alec Weddig there. What did you think about that call?
Well, that's 6 of one and half a dozen of another.
That's
I know Mark
pretty
right now
bang.
is probably pretty hard on himself about it, but you've already got things locked and you're all ready for launch, and about the time that you're trying to, Quaney could have probably taken his head off at that point in time, but that wasn't one of the things that happened. That was kind of a little bit more of a push in the
Beg your
upper
pardon,
shoulder.
it was not Marquez, it was Quaney that got called for the penalty, and Nance just throws up his hands there as if to say, what are you doing?
No, and that's one of those plays where it looks a little bit worse than what it actually is.
I would agree.
You kind of see somebody.
Wasn't a targeting foul in college.
No.
Wasn't up around the head.
No.
I think that's one they could have let go, but they didn't, and so Valley Center churning up yardage here via the penalty. First down and 10 into Bishop Carroll territory at the 43-yard line, trailing by 28. End around handoff goes to Hurd, and Hurd is pulverized in the backfield, goes back a second time, tried to restart his progress after getting knocked backward into Valley Center territory, and he's finally wrapped up in the backfield at the 47-yard line, back in the Hornet side of midfield. A huge loss on the play of 8. Second down at 18 for Valley Center.
Well, Isaiah just really kind of saw everything go all green and gold all at once.
Second down and 18. Valley Center now back at their own 47-yard line. Certainly a passing down, you'd think, and they will send 4 wide receivers out, 3 to the right. Snap to Shear, looking for a quick route. Now he pump fakes, nobody's open, getting chased, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. He is sacked again. This time coming through was Dugan. Couple of sacks on this drive for Dugan, and helping up Shear there is his offensive lineman, Tyler Cotner, the center. Lost back to the 45. Third down and 21 for Valley Center. Let's see if Bishop Carroll can get off the field here without committing a penalty. 2:35 to go in the first half, 28-0. Top-ranked Bishop Carroll. And just a weird game. Seems like this always happens on Halloween. The spirits are out tonight. Here on senior night at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium.
Go knock on another door.
Yeah, boy, some tricks tonight. Not so many treats for Bishop Carroll as we would have thought. Timeout Valley Center. That's their final one of the half. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. Actually, instead of that, in lieu of that, let's pause 10 seconds for identification. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
This is Wichita's official home for high school football. Sports Radio 1410 KGSO Wichita.
28-0, 2:16 to play in the first half. Bishop Carroll with the lead over Valley Center. Brad, do you have a scoreboard update brought to you by Lee Reed Engraving?
About 3 minutes to go in the second. Looks like right now 14-14 Mays and Mays South.
Okay, so that's a tie ball game over there. First ever meeting between those two Mays schools. They've always been different classes. I'm Blake Cripps. He's Brad Streeter. Our statistician, David Smith. Our spotter, Carlos Trujillo. Producer engineer, Anthony Smith, back at the American Family Insurance. Alex Acosta Agency Sports Desk. Our halftime show is coming up. The Cruise Corporation Bishop Carroll halftime report. The district situation looks like this. Carroll wins the district with a victory tonight. Could still win with a loss. Valley Center is in with a victory tonight and a Mays South defeat. All 3 of the other teams, other than Bishop Carroll, mathematically alive for a postseason bid tonight. Third down and 21 for Valley Center at their own 45-yard line. Shear, 3-step drop, airs it out over the middle, and that is going to be nearly picked off. Did they say that he got it? Yes! Intercepted by Matt Hill. He kind of ran with it there. It was caught between his helmet and his shoulder pad, and he was wrestling for it with the intended receiver, Alec Weddig. He ran with it from the hash marks to the center, in between the hash marks on the crown of the gridiron, went to the ground, and they say that he got it. The interception for Matt Hill, his first of the season.
Wow. While we're watching that, I'm also watching Jacob Morgan coming over here to the sidelines. He had been dealing with a little bit of a sprained ankle a little bit earlier, kind of a high ankle sprain.
Yes, early in the season, yes.
Looks like he may have actually done something. Looks like he's down with trainer Drew right now.
First down and 10. Here's a pass. It's behind the intended receiver, Seifert from Howell. An angling route to the near side boundary. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Ball at the 47-yard line. Carroll 28-0 and a 2-minute drill here. 2:06 to play in the first half. Boy, with these drives, Bishop Carroll's drives today, they're scoring drives, 3 plays, 1 play, and a punt return by Denzel Goolsby. Haven't had any first down sponsors, so we'll make that last first down. Our first down brought to you by Minton Chiropractic. Here's a swing on second down and 10. Seifert gets a block. He's got the first down, and he's got it at the 40-yard line. So that's our first down brought to you by Minton Chiropractic. You're never down long with Minton Chiropractic. Gain to the 40-yard line into Valley Center territory. First down and 10. Bishop Carroll leading 28-0. A score here, and it'll be the most prolific quarter offensively for Bishop Carroll this entire season. Twins each way. Shotgun snap to Howell. An easy flip to the flat, and Sanders bobbled it. Apparently he caught it. He's going to run it down the near side line, and now finally they're going to say incomplete. It looked like he dropped it there.
I'm not sure exactly what happened because everybody's looking at each other. Official was right on the sideline, right where the ball was.
And he didn't call anything. Finally, the umpire started blowing the whistle and saying that it was dead.
Well, it looked like he was looking for confirmation. This looked like a bar fight. Does anybody have my back on this one?
Everybody stopped. Sanders just picked up the ball and started running with it. He would have scored. I thought he dropped it. We can't really see, our view obscured by the Bishop Carroll sideline and the player standing there. Got a couple of tight ends, extra wide receivers, extra running backs, depending on the package. They're all standing right there next to the offensive coaches who signal in the plays. 2nd down and 10 at the 40-yard line. 3-step drop from the shotgun. Howell now has room to run. Now he's going to throw. He's got Goolsby deep, and he led him too far out of bounds. And there's a little bit of a late hit, and that one doesn't get flagged after the play. Now immediately that guy helped him back up there. I think he knew that maybe he should not have done that. Step for step with Goolsby there was Chance Sowers, and he really shoved him after the ball appeared to go out of bounds.
Yeah, boy, the ball bounced.
I think if he called those other two on Bishop Carroll, I think he probably got to call that one. Sowers, a good sport about it at least, and helped him up. Probably thought, I may have gotten away with this one here. 1:46 left, 3rd down and 10 to the flat. It's complete to Sanders, who steps out of bounds after getting a block on the near side line to the 35-yard line. Out there to block for him was Dan Garrison and Kirk Murphy. Gain of 5, so Bishop Carroll comes up empty for the first time on 3rd down today. 4th down and 6 to go. Bishop Carroll 0 for 1 on 4th down today, leading 28-0. 1:41 to go in the first half.
Got to be looking for somebody to make a 4th down play here. Senior night, somebody needs to be a hero.
Twins each side. One man next to Howell. It's Goolsby. Here's the slant. It's complete to Seifert. Breaks the tackle at the 30-yard line and rushes forward at the numbers for a 1st down. They could have had him there just at the line to gain. Instead, he got away and got 5 more yards after contact to pick up 10. 1st down and 10, Bishop Carroll at the Valley Center 25.
Coming up through the program, Seifert was actually one of those running back types that always had that scat back speed, but you saw a little bit of that lower body strength right there, able to break that jersey tackle.
Trips to the right. Britton is in the slot. Dunmeyer and Seifert. One man left is Sanders. Shotgun snap. Here is Howell. 3-step drop. They're setting up the screen, and there it is for Goolsby. Hit as soon as he caught the ball and dropped for a loss back to the 31-yard line. Boy, they had that very well measured. All over that play was Chance Sowers for the Hornets. And time continues to trickle off the clock as we approach a minute left in the first half. Bishop Carroll with all 3 of their timeouts, so no time to panic for this offense that scored in 3 plays or less, 3 drives in this quarter. 2nd down and 14 from the 30. Here's a slant route, and that's through the hands of Sanders, incomplete at the 25-yard line. Hit and dropped for his efforts by Alec Weddig of the Hornets of Valley Center. 3rd down and 15 for Bishop Carroll at the 30. Left side hash moving right to left. Here with time running out in the first half.
Right now we've seen a lot of stuff that's been working back over here to the left side of Colton. And you've got Cole Britton, who's lined up way out wide right now.
Trying to get some spread in that defense for Valley Center. Goolsby to the right of Howell. Howell steps, Cox throws over the middle, had a man, and he missed him. Right on the hash marks left side. That was Dunmeyer, and he was inside the defender there. That was Chase Crawford trying to keep tabs on him, and he couldn't. 4th down and 15, and boy, it just seems Howell, he had that one perfect pass, but just not quite on tonight.
Well, in kind of an odd situation, Cole Britton out there on the wide side, far hash marks, he actually had inside position. So when that fake goes back towards the inside, Cole would have just had easy walk right into the end zone. Colton's got to be looking at that right about now.
Really no point to punt right here, so they're going to go for it. 4th down and 15 at the 30-yard line. 48 seconds left in the half. Bishop Carroll by 28. Snap to Howell. Howell going to throw a spiral on the far side. Completes it short of the 1st down, I think. A flag in the backfield. Cole Britton made the catch right at the 16-yard line. What's the flag in the backfield? If it's a holding, it's coming back, and it is. So that was going to be close to a 1st down. Valley Center may want to have them measure this actually to see if they got it. And then if they did, then they will go ahead and accept the penalty. If they didn't, then they'll take the ball. Apparently the officials say that it would have been good for a 1st down. Holding on the offense. They call it on Kirk Murphy there.
Oh, boy.
So move it back. 5th penalty of the game for 60 yards on Bishop Carroll. They had 9 penalties for 80 yards last week. So the penalties have really been a huge problem these last 2 weeks in district play, Brad.
Well, and Kurt Murphy has really kind of kind of stepped his game up just a little bit because he's had Big Jed over on the other side of that line. Big Jed Elliott has been given a little bit of grief here to the offensive line of Bishop Carroll. That was early on in the first quarter. He's kind of been a little bit silent, but apparently he's starting to find a second wind here.
Now 4th down and 30. Bishop Carroll at the Valley Center 46-yard line. Time coming off the clock. 10 seconds on the play clock. Bishop Carroll, I think, is going to spend a timeout here as the play clock gets inside of 2 and 1. Timeout called at the 15-second mark in the first half. 1 extra second came off right there. First timeout for Bishop Carroll, 28-0. Golden Eagles over Valley Center. We'll be back. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football. Glad to have you back with us here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Blake Cripps, Brad Streeter will be here for the playoffs next week. Bishop Carroll football, the Alan Shuckman Show at Emerson Biggott's West on Monday, 21st and Mays Road. Not exactly sure where the Golden Eagles will be necessarily, but we'll tell you here as we can move on. Trips right, 1 man left, 4th down and 30. Howell in the backfield, chased around, under some pressure, now runs to the right, and he's going to be sacked at the 45-yard line. He loses 9 more yards, 6 seconds left in the first half. And now Valley Center is definitely going to be in Hail Mary range, possibly, if they can get one quick throw. And I'm not sure if Shear has got the arm to get it there from the 45-yard line. For Bishop Carroll in this game, that is going to be the 3rd sack of Howell already allowed. Bishop Carroll came in averaging, they had only allowed 15 sacks all season. Coming in, 3 last week to Mays South, who had done the best job defensively to Bishop Carroll. Maybe Valley Center's got to get that nod now after shutting him out in the first quarter. Valley Center will come out with 4 wide receivers, so it's certainly a Hail Mary package for Shear in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself, get wrapped up immediately on the line by Brendan Hallisey, and he sacked him for a loss of 1, and that'll end the first half. 28-0 Bishop Carroll over Valley Center, the regular season finale. And we'll be back with our Cruise Corporation Bishop Carroll halftime report. That's coming up right after this. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Senior Recognition Night for Tennis and Golf 2014. Tonight we honor our senior tennis players and golfers, and tonight we will start with girls tennis. Our girls tennis program is known for its excellence, having won the state championship in 2012, and finishing second in 2011, 2013, and this year. We thank our seniors and their parents for their hard work these past 4 years. Our head coach is Darren Houston. Assistant coaches are Jack Oxler and Lawrence Sanders. The first senior we honor tonight is Miss Ashley Ballmer. Ashley is the daughter of Tom and Tara Ballmer. She has participated in tennis 4 years, basketball 1 year, basketball manager 3 years, and baseball manager 4 years. She is a member of the honor roll each semester of high school. After graduation, Ashley plans to attend Kansas State University and major in pre-veterinary medicine. Next, we honor Abby Garcia. Abby is the daughter of Mark and Suzanne Garcia. She has played tennis 4 years, softball 1 year, and was a member at the yearbook staff for 1 year. She's a 3-year tennis letter winner, placed 8th at state in 2013, 7th in 2014, and is also a member of the honor roll. After graduation, she plans to attend college and major in elementary education. Next, we honor Megan Gerken. Megan is the daughter of Troy and Jody Gerken. She's participated in tennis 4 years, softball 1 year, and Flyer newspaper staff for 2 years. She's a 2-year letter winner in tennis and placed at regionals in 2013. She's also a member of the honor roll all 4 years. After graduation, Megan plans to attend Wichita State University or Newman University and major in nursing. Next, we would like to recognize Maddie Hall. Maddie is the daughter of Carl and Stacy Hall. She's participated in tennis 4 years, track 3 years, basketball 1 year, basketball manager 1 year, and yearbook staff for 2 years. She's a 2-year participant in the state track meet and is also a member of the honor roll. After graduation, Maddie plans to attend Wichita State University. The next senior we honor tonight is Ashley Houston. Ashley is the daughter of Darren and Renee Houston. She has participated in tennis 4 years, soccer 4 years, and basketball 2 years. She played 7th at doubles in state this year and is on the academic all-state tennis team and on the honor roll 3 years. After graduation, Ashley plans to attend Cowley County Community College, play tennis, and major in nursing. Next, we honor McLean Nichols. McLean is the daughter of Scott and Sissy Nichols. She has participated in tennis 4 years, basketball 1 year, and Spanish plus 2 years. She's a 2-year letter winner in tennis and is also a member of the honor roll. She's undecided as of her plans after graduation. Next, we honor Lucy Thomas. Lucy is the daughter of Jim and Patty Thomas. She has played tennis 2 years, track and field 4 years, and was a member of the French Club 4 years. She's a varsity track letter winner. After graduation, Lucy plans to attend Fort Hays State University and major in pre-medicine with a minor in French literature. Next, we honor Clara Wheeler. Clara is the daughter of Ronnie and Denise Wheeler. She has participated in tennis for 4 years and is also a letter winner in tennis 2 years. After graduation, Clara plans to attend Emporia State University and major in forensic psychology. The next senior we'd like to recognize tonight is Hannah Whitney. Hannah is the daughter of Jack Oxler and Kathy Axline. She has participated in varsity tennis 2 years and football manager 2 years. After graduation, Hannah plans to attend Kansas State University and major in business. Next, we honor our girls' golf program. They were City League champions last year and placed 3rd at state. Head coach is Mark Berger, and our assistant coach is Tony Gomez. The first senior golfer we honor is Gabby Biden. Gabby is the daughter of Dan and Renee Biden. She has participated in golf 1 year and swimming 4 years. She's a 3-year swimming letter winner, received 2nd team All-City honors in swimming, and is a member of the National Honor Society. After graduation, Gabby plans to attend Kansas State University and major in engineering. Next, we honor Alex Lasky. Alex is the daughter of Craig and Shauna Lasky. She She's participated in golf for 4 years, Dodge Squad 2 years, and Stuco 1 year. She received first team All-City honors 2 years, and is on the honor roll 2 years, and was the Bishop Carroll student mate last year. After graduation, Alex plans to attend Kansas State University and major in food dentistry. Next, we honor Miss Spencer Slane. Spencer is the daughter of Mark and Gisetta Slane. She has participated in golf for 4 years. She's a 3-year golf medal winner, received first team All-City honors in golf in 2013 and 2014, and was honorable mention honors in 2012. After graduation, she plans to attend Kansas State University and major in mechanical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for our seniors. Seniors, congrats to you. Bishop Carroll is a great community, and our seniors and parents make us great. Thank you. Gentlemen, with Mr. Carroll Stadium and Music Board, taking the field and proud to present their 2014 field show, Transformation. They've completed another busy marching festival this season this year, which included the Kansas State Fair, Central State's Marching Festival in K-State, and the Southern Plains Marching Festival in Andover. Today the band will be presenting music from the Avengers, Twilight, and Transformers. The 2014 drum majors were Colby Pelican and Madeline Peterson. The band was directed by Mr. Christopher Dean, assisted by color guard instructor Carla Chapman, and drumline instructor Rachel Cutler. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may take the field for your performance. cheer for the Screaming River Music Corps. And now, ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and goblins, please welcome to the field your 2014 introduction to the Carroll Golden Eagle Palm Squad. Tonight, Palm Squad will perform a special Halloween routine entitled Circus, with choreography by Captains Megan Haynes, Maggie Howell, Daisha Howard, and team member Ashley Taylor. Welcome back to the field of Valley Center Hornets for the second half of tonight's game. I want to remind all you Carroll fans that Sports Radio 1410 KGSO is the home of Bishop Carroll football all season long. Tune in before the game at 6 o'clock every Friday for the best high school football coverage in Kansas on the KTEX.com pregame show. Pregame coverage of Golden Eagle football starts at 6:30 and can be heard online at KGSO.com or via the TuneIn radio app. Now, Blake Fox and Brad Skater as they bring you the exciting action all season long. Eagle fans are also invited to Anderson Dennis West the 21st of May every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. to the Alan Shetland radio show. The weekly show can be heard on Sports Radio 1410, KGSO, and online at KGSO.com, the premier sports radio station in the Midwest. Join host Blake Crooks, the voice of Eagles, along with Coach Alan Shetland and other guests discussing the ins and outs of Bishop Carroll football. This week's special guest is the special teams coordinator Chris Jacks, And head volleyball coach, Rita Murdoch. We want to thank again Outback Steakhouse for sponsoring tonight's tailgate party. Sending the fans off to Old Chicago to host our first postseason game.
You're watching Bishop Carroll football on bcbroadcasting.net. Remember to like BC Broadcasting on Facebook and follow on Twitter. The score is 28-0 with Bishop Carroll in the lead. 30 seconds till the third quarter.
For the 6 p.m. game, the winner advances to the Final Four state tournament next Friday and Saturday at the College Boulevard Activity Center in Olathe. Our volleyball team defeated Cajun in Andover this past Saturday and qualified for the KSHSAA 5A state tournament this weekend. Both of our boys and girls cross-country teams qualified for the KSHSAA state championship this Friday at Winrock Farms, north of Lawrence. The girls run at 11, the boys at 12:30. Our boys team ran Whitney. Kyle Becker was the individual champ. Other members were Honey Nance fourth, Seth Arnold fifth, Alex Pendergrass,
So a penalty, and so Bishop Carroll will be kicking off from the 25-yard line, I believe, here. While they adjudicate the penalty, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
There will be an unfortunate contact penalty assessed against Bishop Carroll on the kickoff to start the second half. Back to field the kickoff for the Hornets. Number 5, Alex Reddick. And number 19, DeMarco King. Kicking off for the Golden Eagles, number 2, Diego Lopez.
This is Bishop Carroll football on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO. You've been listening to the Cruise Corporation Bishop Carroll halftime report. It's time for the second half kickoff. Back at the stadium, here's Blake Cripps.
Well, sometimes the officials don't give you the minute that they say they're going to give you there on the kick return. And if you saw it on BishopCarrollBroadcasting.net, BCBroadcasting.net, you just saw an onside kick by Diego Lopez recovered on the fly by Mark Twaney.
What a
his
surprise.
Fourth onside recovery of the season. The play stopped dead. If you could advance an onside kick, he could have taken that to the house. Bishop Carroll is 4 for 4 on onside kicks this season. Now Caleb Smith is having a word with the referee, Jeff Wells, about the spot of the football. It's marked at the 39-yard line. Bishop Carroll will have it to start the second half, 28-0. They lead over Valley Center.
I think there's some question as to whether or not that ball was touched when it passed the 35. And
that was way past
the 35. It was way past it, yeah. So there wasn't a question about that.
I mean, he didn't touch it till at least the 37, I would say. I mean, that was perfectly kicked by Lopez. It certainly went the 10 yards necessary.
Yeah, I think the explanation is going back across the sidelines to Valley Center.
I don't know if it's the one that Coach Smith wants to hear, but it's the one he's going to get. This first down brought to you by Minton Chiropractic. You're never down long with Minton Chiropractic. Third quarter brought to you by Hatman Jacks, and it's first down and 10 Bishop Carroll. The Golden Eagles now 4 for 4 on onside kicks this season. 2 receivers left. 1 receiver right. Goolsby behind Howells in the pistol. Here's the handoff to Goolsby. Emerges through a hole, and he's gone. 30, 20, 10. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Bishop Carroll. A one-play, 60-yard scamper.
That wasn't a scamper. That was jets. That's all that was. Holy cow. The middle of that line just completely blew up, and then you see nothing but the boom of Denzel. Oh, my goodness.
I think these Golden Eagles got Some paint chipped off the walls at him from the coaches at halftime.
Well, I hate to use a World Series reference, but maybe somebody went Andujar in the locker room and somebody's attention was gotten.
60 yards, Goolsby's third touchdown of the game. The kick is good from White. And on that thunderbolt of a play, it's 35-0, 8 seconds into the second half. We'll be back. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
Maximum Outdoor Equipment is more than just top brand lawn
Draw
mowers
that
like
one up.
Grasshopper,
Here's our
Walker,
first
Burnett.
play.
We're also
Onside kick,
resource for
Queenie
overseers,
recovers.
edgers,
Give me a
chainsaws,
30 here,
stump grinders, and
30-30,
lots of
and
other
you use
outdoor
BC
equipment,
Rejoin.
including Traeger grills.
First
We
play,
service
and somebody
carry
go
parts
Bruce
for all
Lee up the
brands of
middle.
outdoor equipment,
Okay.
too. When you're looking for maximum
Next.
value, head to Maximum
Guess you
Outdoor
don't have to feel too
Equipment.
good
Locally owned
whenever
and
you got
operated
10
by the Whitty
seconds.
family
Another
for 25
onside kick.
years.
Man.
Just south
I
of
don't think
Kellogg on
so.
West Street
Don't
and
think
online
so.
at MaximumOutdoor.com.
Maximum Outdoor Equipment.
How many seconds did that take?
On Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
A one-play, 60-yard drive took 8 seconds. A one-play, a 60-yard run by Denzel Goolsby, and it's 35-0 after the onside recovery by Queenie. Here's the line drive kick from Goolsby, left to right, going to be taken on the far side. Dropped by King. He can't find it inside the 10. Now has to scramble, and he's got some running room. Past the 15-yard line, flag comes in late, and he's finally surrounded near the 16. Brad, you're thinking it's a face mask?
Looked like it might have been just the way the King was spun around there. And it's going to be.
Bishop Carroll opened up after a 15-yard penalty to start the second half. They were not out on time to begin their warm-ups. A 20-second halftime or 20-minute halftime performance for the band. They honored the tennis team at halftime. The dance team also performed, but the football team was not ready to warm up for the 3-minute warm-up period. They got a 15-yard penalty, had to kick off from their own 25. The kick from Lopez was recovered for the 4th time this season by Mark Queenie. They're 4 for 4 on that play. Believe it or not, then Goolsby ran it in from 60 yards out, a one-play scoring drive for Bishop Carroll. Now this face mask penalty on Bishop Carroll will give Valley Center the ball at the 30-yard line, so it was a personal foul. First down and 10, and here is Shear for the Hornets. Throws over the middle, off the hand of his intended receiver, center of the field. It was Scaff, got his left hand on it right at the line to gain at the 40-yard line, but couldn't reel it in. Incomplete, second down and 10. Hornets trying to battle back from a 35-point deficit, 11:40 to play in the third. Valley Center must win today to have a chance of making the playoffs.
Josh Hornsback's eyes was getting a little bit big, too, because that ball, if it wouldn't have been batted down, that would have probably been right where Josh wanted it.
Second down and 10. Hornets have it at their 30-yard line. Trips to the left, one man to the right. Low snap for Shear. Rolling to the near side. Throws across his body, completes it to King, who then gets his legs taken out from underneath him by the safety, Josh Hornback, after a 3-yard gain to the 33-yard line. Third down and 7 for Valley Center from their own 33.
Some of that quick passing that we saw in the first quarter from Valley Center really kind of got their offense at least moving, and the defense for Bishop Carroll kind of on their heels. We're starting to see a little bit of that here to start this second half.
We'll call it third down and 6, more like the 34-yard line, just inside the left hash is where they spot it. Two receivers each side. Shear pump fakes, steps up in the pocket, throws low, looking for King. He got hit by Marquez right at the 40-yard line, but didn't really have a chance to make a play on that ball. Shear came off a little gimpy. He was sacked to end the first half. Appears to be okay here. Now we see limping off on the far side Isaiah Hurt there right at the 40-yard line as he heads to the trainer's table. He looks okay. We see Jacob Morgan on the sideline for Bishop Carroll. He's got his helmet. He's walking a little gingerly on the track. He got some attention late in the first half. Here is the punt from Nathan Postlethwaite. It bounces at the 40-yard line, near side numbers, and Goolsby will let it roll past the 30. A nice Valley Center roll here down to the 26. First down and 10, Bishop Carroll from there. 10:50 to play in the third. It's 35-0, Golden Eagles. 28 points in the second after a scoreless first period. Bishop Carroll fumbled on its first 2 drives, but scored 14 points to begin their scoring on 2 Valley Center turnovers, a fumble recovery by Johnson, and an interception by Nichols. First down and 10. Golden Eagles have it at their own 26. Howell's in the shotgun. Going to keep it himself. Running outside the right tackle. Now cuts back to his left. He's got the first down. Scraping right by the referee, the umpire there, getting a block from him, and then dragging 3 Hornets to the 41-yard line in between the hashes, gaining 15 on first down.
A nice job by Colton rather. And Keaton Mans actually had a good seal block out on the outside. If Colton could have just taken that around the outside of maybe Brett Bell there at the tight end position, he probably would have had a lot more room.
Flag on the play as they hand it off out of the pistol to Goolsby on the right side. He spins out of a tackle at the 45-yard line, backing his way toward midfield, and he's got 9. But let's see what the flag is. That was thrown immediately by the linesman on the far side. And it looks like we're going to have some sort of a procedural penalty called on Bishop Carroll.
I'm surprised they might not have blown that play dead a little bit earlier before things got rolling.
Well, it must have been some sort of an illegal motion penalty. Their illegal formation is called on Bishop Carroll, so they did not have enough men on the line of scrimmage. That first down brought to you by Minton Chiropractic. You're never down long with Minton Chiropractic. So moving back 5, Bishop Carroll uncharacteristically getting some penalties called on them today. That is now their 7th for 80 yards. They had 80 yards of penalties last week. They average only 4 calls against them and only 36 yards of penalties per game. First down and 15. Carroll now backed up to their 36-yard line, leading 35-0 over Valley Center. They'll line up in the shotgun here. Howell with Goolsby to his left, 2 receivers to that side as well. He's going to throw on a comeback route, a quick hook, complete to Dunmeyer, backs his way past the 40, and then he's wrapped up at the 42-yard line by the Hornets' leading tackler, Chase Crawford. A gain of about 7 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8 at the 42-yard line on the left hash. Carroll looking all over to the sideline, going with this no-huddle offense. Not really in the NASCAR package right now, but they have not huddled tonight. Going to go with a double tight end look this time. Bell checking in, and he's also got John Leland. Made his first catch of the season in as a wingback on that side in a 3-point stance. 1 receiver each way. Pistol in the backfield. Here is Goolsby. Skips by a tackler in the backfield, then runs right into the lap of Evan Balthazar, who is waiting at the line of scrimmage, and hit him in the backfield for a loss of 1. 3rd down and 9 at the 42-yard line. Good tackle for loss there by the senior inside linebacker. 3rd and 9. They're going to keep one tight end on. That's Leland. Shuffling in, A.J. Dunmeyer in the slot to the right. Mans out near the numbers. 1 receiver out to the left. Goolsby going to switch around and come to the near side. In the shotgun is Howell, the quarterback. 3rd down and 9. Howell with the pump fake. Going to throw. He's got a man, but he overthrew him, and it's intercepted by Nathan Feather. He takes it at the 40-yard line and is tackled at the 44. A good read right there by Howell, but he overthrew the pass and threw it right to Nathan Feather, his 2nd interception of the season. And Valley Center will take over just inside their own 44-yard line. First down and 10 with 8:42 to play in the 3rd, trailing by 35.
Probably not the best place to really throw that ball when you look up and A.J. has got cover 2 being played on him with the cornerback underneath, and he's also got a safety on top. That ball just sailed just a little bit more than what Colton was expecting.
First down and 10 for Valley Center. The offense is back out there, and in the shotgun is Dylan Shear. Trips left, 1 man to the right. Low snap. Shear picks it up off the turf, fires it to the far side, and completes it out there to Alec Wedding. Great play there and a reaction by Shear. Tackle made by Hill on the far side after a gain of about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Ball is spotted at the 48-yard line. Shear's had to deal with a lot of troublesome snaps today.
Really has, and he's managed to bounce around pretty well back there, even though it does look like he's maybe just a little bit gimpy maybe on his right ankle.
Came up limping at the end of the first half. 2nd down and 5. Ball is at the 48-yard line. Shotgun snap to Shear. He'll pump fake now. Throws over the middle, and getting it right in the chest is Michael Triana. A form tackle from Bishop Carroll's hornback. Wow, and he didn't know that he didn't have the ball, and he finished the tackle all the way, and down on the ground is Triana.
Well, that was, you know, you do talk about a form tackle right there, and that was definitely just exactly what you get taught in practice. If you're going to separate somebody from the football, that's exactly the type of wrap-up that you make. And
perfectly clean hit, I think.
No, it was.
But the problem is he didn't have the ball. But if you are a hornback there on that hit, and he gets a word here from Nance, he's got his helmet off, and you know, depending on what kind of a player you are, sometimes that pumps you up, sometimes you feel bad about it. And the crowd hushes here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium as they attend to Michael Triana. He is a backup, 4 catches, 62 yards, a 160-pound senior could be playing his last game of his career. They've popped him up now. He's going to hustle back. Just got the wind knocked out of him.
I think that's what it mainly was. Yeah, you like to see a kid hop back up like that.
But there's no way for Hornback to see that he doesn't have the ball because his head is down after he's wrapped him up, which he did. We'll make that our injury timeout, presented by Harder Physical Therapy, located in Goddard on the south side of Kellogg. Call them at 316-550-6132 or see them online at harderphysicaltherapy.com. That was a big-time hit for sure. 3rd down and 5 at the 48-yard line. Hornets have it 2 yards shy of midfield. Trips left and a single receiver out to the right. Snap to Shear. He dropped it on the turf again. Pump fakes. Airs it on the far side into single coverage. Boy, a lot of contact right there. Nichols got run over by Wedig and wanted a foul for pass interference on the offense. He didn't get it. It's incomplete. 4th down and 6 coming up for Valley Center. They fall to 2 for 9 on 3rd down.
Looked like that might have been Garrett Johnson who managed to get back there in defensive coverage, and he was going up for the ball, and right now Coach Nance is really kind of giving him a little bit of, hey, listen, you got to call the ball when it's popped up like that. Go ahead and wave everybody else off. You got a little Valley Center bump there, but nice job by Jared just getting back on that ball.
4th down and 6. Snap back to the punter, Postal Wade. End over end tumbling kick taken by Goolsby at the 30. Sidesteps one tackler, heads to the far side boundary. He's got a block at the 40. He's into Hornet territory at the 50. Gets another block at the 40. Angles down the numbers at the 30 and the 20 and the 10. And he speeds into the end zone. Touchdown, Bishop Carroll, 70 yards. His 2nd return for a score in the game. And Bishop Carroll is almost certainly going to win the district championship now. It's 41-0 midway through the 3rd.
Well, and that's the way you would like for things to end. I know this night isn't over with yet, but it looked like Valley Center really had a decent coverage scheme all put together there. But once Denzel makes that first guy miss and you're not closing on him, it's really tough to try to get him turned around.
What's that saying you like? If he's even,
he's
leaving.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Here's the kick. Curls inside the left upright, and it is good from Taylor White. He is now 6'4", tonight. 42-0, 7:39 to play in the 3rd. The Golden Eagles in complete control now over the Hornets of Valley Center. And you're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
You're watching Bishop Carroll football on bcbroadcasting.net. Remember to like BC Broadcasting on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at BC Broadcasting. The score is 42-0, Bishop Carroll in the lead.
Back to field to kickoff, number 5, Alec Wedig, number 19, DeMarco King, Diego Lopez to kick off the Golden Eagles.
King bobbled the return at the 10-yard line, ran forward on the far side numbers past the 20, and was dragged down from behind by Dugan at the 44-yard line after a gain of 14 on the return. The kick return, punt return by Denzel Goolsby, 70 yards, and that is the longest punt return of the season for Bishop Carroll. It scores 42-0, 7:39 to play in the 3rd after the score. Now at the 7:34 mark, 1st down and 10, Valley Center. They'll start over at their own 24-yard line. Shear puts the play in motion, runs straight ahead. Can't find any room there, and he's dragged down from behind. I think I just caught, that might have been, was that Connor Hampton in there getting that tackle? Nope, they're going to say it's Hallisey. I saw the 7, wasn't sure if it was the 9 or the 3, and it was certainly the 7, Brendan Hallisey. Marty, the PA announcer, correcting me there. I appreciate it as always. 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play from the 24-yard line. Got a little candy in here now. It is Halloween, of course.
I already checked that. It is safe.
It's safe? Oh,
I've
you
already
tested
checked it. Yeah, it should be good.
What a gentleman you are.
You
2nd
betcha.
down and 10. Ball is at the 24-yard line. The guy next door running the BCBroadcasting.net giving an ugly, dirty look to Brad there after that comment. 2nd down and 10. Shear pitches it out. The ball is on the turf. It bounces perfectly right into the waiting arms of Hurt. He ran into his own blocker right there as he stumbled trying to make the pitch. Hurt just had to kind of fall on it. He was tackled way back near the 10-yard line for a loss of nearly 15. Let's see where they mark him down. Right at the 11, so a loss of 13 on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd down and approximately 23.
Well, whenever the ball goes on the ground, that's about the time you find Mark Quaney. He's either looking for a fumble, or he's just looking for somebody that gets in his way.
Another onside recovery there. You going to test out that Snickers too?
I should. It looks like they got one for everybody.
Oh, okay. 3rd down and 23. Ball is at the Valley Center 11. They trail Bishop Carroll 42-0. Here is the snap, and it's going to be a keeper for Shear, and he maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe not. I think they only gave him the 10, so a loss on the right-hand run on the far side. Tommy Marquez will rack up another sack after a spectacular game last week. Led the team with 11 tackles and 6 for loss. So they will mark it back to the 10. A sack for Marquez. Another negative play for Valley Center, and it's 4th down and 24, and the Hornets will punt it away again. Nathan Postlewaite is back, and Bishop Carroll has Goolsby out there again, and they're going to definitely punt away from him. Here's Hornsby from the 30-yard line. It's Hornback running, trying to shuck a tackler, and he is finally shut down at the 24-yard line, mashed there after a 6-yard return. So short field position for Bishop Carroll at the 24-yard line, 1st down and 10. Bishop Carroll now 5:22 left in the 3rd and the 4th away from claiming their 4th straight district championship. They're already in the playoffs, 12 straight years for the Golden Eagles. They haven't missed since 2002, and a win here will give the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They'll be the top seed in the western half of the 5A bracket with a victory here tonight, and they'll be back at home coming up next week. We'll have a Shuckman show for you on Monday at Emerson Bickett's West at 6 o'clock, 21st and Mays Road, and a pregame show 6:30 next Friday, kickoff at 7 o'clock on KGSO and KGSO.com. From the 24-yard line, here is Goolsby. Bounces off a tackler at the 20-yard line, and he's inside the 19 for a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 coming up for Bishop Carroll. And these runs that Valley Center had a pretty good handle on in the first half, Brad, and especially in the first quarter, they're starting to open up now for this Golden Eagle offense.
Well, and the conditioning that you see from the summer really starting to, and that just continues. I mean, you just kind of snowball the conditioning, and the longer you go into the season, the more running that you're doing. It just starts to show.
Seifert and Sanders out wide to the left. 2 men split out wide to the right. Here's the fake handoff. They'll throw it back on the right side in the flat for Dunmeyer. Made 1 man miss, trying to get away from another Hornet tackler, but he can't. And he's stacked up very close to the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. So they're into the Taco Pronto red zone. 3rd down and about 5 coming up after, well, they mark him for a slight loss on the far side, but hey, that's pretty much at the 20-yard line, which is where they snapped it the first time on the last play. So 3rd down and 5 at the 20-yard line. Maybe they lost half a yard. They're in the Taco Pronto red zone. 3rd down and 5. Wide left is Sanders. Outside on the numbers. They'll snap it from the right hash. Wide right is Britton. High snap. Jab step left. Running right is Howell. Howell picking his way past the 15-yard line. Spun out of bounds. Very close to the first down. Tackled over on the near sideline by Evan Baltazar, and they're going to say the Bishop Carroll is short by about a half yard of the first down. So Carroll's going to go for it here. They have not made a 4th down tonight. 0 for 3, 4th down and 1. They've got it at just shy of the 15-yard line. Howell going under center, now checking the play. Goolsby is the tailback, and it's going to be a keeper, and diving for it is Howell. He's got the first down, diving to the 14-yard line, a gain of 2. 1st down and 10, Bishop Carroll in the red zone for the Hornets, leading 42-0.
Yeah, Duck Dynasty fans, just a little tap, and then all of a sudden it's time to go right around the center. So you got a little bit of a seal block there from Murphy, and you just take that right over his right hip, and you've got plenty of room.
You got that right, Jack. 1st down and 10 at the 14-yard line. 3:26 to play in the 3rd. 42-0.
The only 2 guys with no beards are the ones that are quoting Duck Dynasty.
Yes. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Handoff Goolsby, wrapped up immediately and bottled up for a gain of only 1 on the play. Sandwiched between 2 Hornets. First man to get him was that was Chris Blummel, beg your pardon. Big Jed Elliott was in on the stop as well, and those 2 guys have played very well. Kind of diminishing returns here, and now a timeout on the field, but for what? Nope, somebody needs help tying their shoe for Valley Center. One of the teammates nice enough to do that. Hope you'll join us for Newman Jets basketball. Our season coverage begins on Sunday. The Jets at Wichita State. South Central Sealing and Paving Takeoff to Tip-Off show at 1:40. Tip-off at 2:05 on KGSO and KGSO.com. Second down and 10 at the 14-yard line of Valley Center. Carroll moving right along with a 42-0 lead. Right hash, 14-yard line. Pistol in the backfield. Goolsby behind Howell. High snap. Handoff to Goolsby. Waits for his blockers. Bell is out there in front. He runs right behind him. He's got the first down or close to it at the 5-yard line. Tackled from behind there, waiting for his blocks to develop. Sam Weldon was able to catch up to him and catch him just a yard in front of the first down. A gain of 9 there for Goolsby. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
We have a score update from Mays South tonight. Right now, South is leading Mays 21-14, and that, I believe, in the 4th quarter.
Mays South with a win here, and this result will be in the postseason. 3rd down and 1. Snap, handoff, Goolsby on 3rd and 1, run into his own blocker, trying to get away, and he's got the first down on the second effort. He got to the 4-yard line, picking up 2. First down and goal, Bishop Carroll at the 4-yard line. That first down brought to you by Minton Chiropractic. You're never down long with Minton Chiropractic. Been a slow-moving game tonight. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
This is Wichita's official home for high school football. Sports Radio 1410 KGSO Wichita.
1:56 to play in the 3rd. That Mays score is with 3 to go in the 3rd quarter. So Mays South in front of Mays in that first ever crosstown rivalry. They'll have it again next season. That'll be at Mays High School. First down and goal, Bishop Carroll here, 42-0 Golden Eagles. At the 3-yard line, looking to tack on more points. Howell with Goolsby to his left. Snap to Colton, a high snap. He hops up for it, runs left on the side. He sidesteps into the end zone. Touchdown, Bishop Carroll. On the left hash marks, it's 48-0 Bishop Carroll. And the Golden Eagles have finally vanquished the Hornets after a slow start to the game on senior night. A 0-0 first quarter. Bishop Carroll is going to emerge as a district champion, move their winning streak to 12 straight in district games, 9 straight overall. And the regular season winning streak will end this season. We'll be back next season, of course, but 35 straight regular season wins. The kick is good from, beg your pardon, no good from Whitey. Hooked it, and it is 48-0 Bishop Carroll with 1:34 to play in the 3rd. We'll be back. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
Jackson takes the kickoff for the Hornets, number 5, Athletic, number 19, Tobasso King. It's the all for the Golden Eagles. Number 2, Diego Lopez.
Dumped on a return is Wettig as he started from the near side hashes, ran across the field. He got upended at the 20-yard line on the far side. First down and 10 Valley Center from there, a 15-yard return. 48-0 after the 3-yard run by Colton Howell. His second rushing touchdown of the game. He's bookended the Bishop Carroll scoring today. We were scoreless after 1 after Carroll fumbled on their first 2 drives. Then they got some turnovers of their own and took advantage. 14 straight points off turnovers to start the scoring today. It's been all Bishop Carroll since, 48-0 with 1:28 left in the 3rd. Here's the snap. It's a handoff, halfback pass. The throw is coming from Scaff, and he underthrew it. Incomplete. Snap went to Shear, handed to Hurt. He then lateraled it to Scaff, who tried to throw it to King. Incomplete. And Bishop Carroll's number 2 defense has started to come in a little bit. think this is still technically the number ones. Harshberger will be providing some good coverage right there, though, as a backup cornerback. Incomplete 2nd and 10.
Looks like we might be seeing a vast majority of all Bishop Carroll seniors out there right now.
Oh, yeah, Harshberger would be in that category for sure. Might be the senior lineup here. 2nd down and 10. Snap, again, a direct snap. They're going to try to run it again. Scap hit as he throws the ball, and it's incomplete. They're direct snapping it right now to Isaiah Hurd. Shear is in the game. Now they're going to shuffle on to Michael Triano. We might see a more traditional play here. 3rd down and 10 for Valley Center at the 22-yard line. So with this win for Bishop Carroll, that will eliminate Mays from the postseason, I believe. Mays needed a Valley Center. Well, no, I am not correct. Mays is still alive. I beg your pardon. 3rd down and 10.
Too many
Pump fake,
numbers.
Shear over the middle, and he overthrew everybody. Man was open there, but 3 Golden Eagles were in the spot where the ball landed at the 40-yard line. Wedding, the only Hornet with a close chance at it. No, I beg your pardon. Mays needs to beat Mays South by 15, and Valley Center has to lose by 21 or more tonight for Mays to get in.
You're amazing.
Bishop Carroll has taken care of Valley Center's part of the bargain, but Mays South is not cooperating in that other matchup. We'll get you some scoreboard updates as we move along today. Of course, complete scoreboard coverage available right now on 1480 KQAM. Fake punt here. They snap it to the up back, running it on the far sideline and throwing it for the 1st down. Right there was the up back. That was Don Boone throwing it. The completion made to Sam Weldon for a 1st down on the fake punt at the 40-yard line. And that's probably something that Chris Jacks wants to see there, because that happens in a bigger game that's not a 48-point blowout, and that could be a big problem right there. So maybe good for Bishop Carroll to see this.
Yeah, you also had an up back with a little bit of a stutter step right before the snap that wasn't called. So hopefully, if it is a closer game, that's going to be something that it gets addressed as well.
So Valley Center makes it on 4th down for the first time. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Shear throws on the run across his body, and it is picked off. It's intercepted. Harshberger got the pick. It was tipped off the hands of King, who was hit as he got the ball, and Harshberger gets his first interception of the season.
How about that? You get in on a series, and now all of a sudden you got a ball. On senior night, even that's great.
Stephen Harshberger, the senior, picks off the pass. And the Golden Eagles, boy, they have really started to rack up the picks today. 2 for Nichols, 1 for Hill, and now 1 for Harshberger. A fumble recovery by Johnson. 5 turnovers today for the Gangrene defense. And on comes the number 2 offense. Jake Allen is the quarterback. Weber is the tailback, and Weber will get the carry. Plunging outside to the right to the 40, cutting back. Shoulders against a Hornet at the 38-yard line, gaining 4, 2nd down and 6. So, Brad, I think it's time to advance that record to 9-0 for Bishop Carroll, undefeated district champions. 4th straight year they've done that. They've now won 12 straight district games, 9 straight overall, and 35 straight regular season games. This group of seniors, and of course they measure the senior classes in 3-year spurts, because freshmen don't really play on varsity unless you're Denzel Goolsby. Hand off to Weber here on 2nd and 6 around the left edge to the hash marks, and he stopped at the 38 for a gain of 1. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Yeah, 3rd and 6 coming up at the 38-yard line. But this senior class, if you go by sophomore to senior, undefeated in the regular season.
Well, and some of the things that they did as junior varsity players as well, they're pretty impressive. So you're looking at a pretty special class right now that's really hungry. I know they came out.
I think Coach Scheckman said they were undefeated as freshmen. Undefeated as freshmen, 1 loss in their entire career. Yep. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. That's coming up next. The 4th quarter tonight is brought to you by Prairie Wind Hunting Club. After 3, Bishop Carroll 48, Valley Center nothing. You're listening to Bishop Carroll football.
Handoff to Austin Weber, number 30, around the right side. Tackle made by number 10, Sam Weldon. Also in there, Chase Crawford, number 45. The gain is to the 37-yard line, a gain of 2. Watkins' punt was blocked and picked up by number 52, Chris Blumel. He's out of bounds near the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. The first and 10. First and 10 for the Hornets. Ball going to be started Bishop Carroll 33. Quarterback Dylan Shear kept the ball. He's tackled by number 15, Noah Jenkins. Ball's going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. That'll be a first and 10 for the Hornets. Fumble on the handoff. The ball is recovered by the Golden Eagles. Mr. Carroll's going to take it over first and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Austin Weber cross midfield down into the Valley Center territory near the 43-yard line. Tackle made by number 85, Nathan Feathers. Quarterback Jake Allen kept the ball. Tackle was made by Chris Blumel, number 52. Number 10, Sam Weldon. Lost out to the 46-yard line. Jake Allen kept the ball again across the 40. Correction, across the 45. incomplete intended for Braden Hampton, number 10. Brings up a fourth down for the Golden Eagles, 4th and 11. Alec Weddick back to field to punt. Ball's dead at the 19-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Valley Center from their own 19. Quarterback Dylan Shear, the ball carrier. He was tackled by number 18, Gerard Eck. Gain of 12 on that play to the 30-yard line for 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Shear's pass complete to Alec Weddick, number 5. Down to the Bishop Carroll 37-yard line. Will be another 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Dylan Shear again, the ball carrier. Down to the Bishop Carroll 25, a gain of 12 and another 1st down. Flag on the play.
Pass interference. Number 3, defense. After distance to goal, result on 1st down.
Dylan Shear kept the ball on that play. There is a flag down.
Holding. Number 7, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
pass is broken up by number 18, Gerard Eck. That pass was picked by number 24 for the Golden Eagles, Brian Patterson, intercepted by Stephen Harshberger, number 3. And the Golden Eagles will take over first and 10 at the 4-yard line. Ball carried that time by number 41, Adam Tice. Gain is out to the gain is to the 8-yard line, a gain of 4. Adam Tice again, the ball carrier is across the 10 near the 11. Tackle made by number 20, Dan Sowers, number 32, Evan Balthazar. Falls at the 11, a gain of 3. At the conclusion of the game, Mr. Doctor will be presenting the district championship trophy to the team. Jay Gallon takes the knee. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from District 7 district champions, your Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. We will be hosting a game here next week. We do not have the results yet to know who we're playing, but next Friday night we will be back here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium for the first round of the postseason playoffs. Congratulations to Valley Center on a great season.
Golden Eagle football on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO. This is the Rusty Eck Ford postgame show. It's time to name tonight's Newman University Athletics Player of the Game. Discover more online at newmanjets.com. Back at the stadium, here's Blake Cripps.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Our final score, Bishop Carroll 48 and Valley Center nothing. Let's get you the scoring recap to end the game. And it was Bishop Carroll in the second half after a 28-0 halftime lead. They scored all 28 points in the second quarter after the first quarter was scoreless in shocking fashion. Bishop Carroll was able to score 4 times in the first 6 minutes of that second quarter. Bishop Carroll then on a 60-yard rush took control in the third, 35-0, a one-play 60-yard drive. Denzel Goolsby, a 70-yard punt return, 7:39 to play in the third, 42-0, and Colton Howell, a 3-yard rush to end the scoring, 1:34 left. It was a 48-0 Bishop Carroll victory. And Brad, despite the slow start, boy, what an exciting finish this was.
Well, you still have a second quarter that has to be played, and I think Bishop Carroll came out and maybe a message was sent, maybe even more of a message was sent at halftime. And I kind of joked about this possibly being one of those Andujar moments where maybe somebody had to restate the mission for the evening. But when you start looking at what your goals were to start this season and you start looking at where you wanted things to go as a team, you're talking about city champs, then you're talking about district, and then you start knocking other accomplishments off as you go along, and this is just the second step of hopefully many for these Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles and this very special senior team.
Well, go ahead and switch over the headset here for David. While we do that, I will remind you that we will have an Alan Shuckman show coming up. That will be on Monday, and we will do an Alan Shuckman show at Emerson Biggins West every game after every game of the postseason, win or lose. So join us out at 21st and Mays Road, Emerson Biggins West, for the Alan Shuckman Show. That's coming up on Monday. We'll recap the regular season and get set for the playoffs, and we'll know what the playoff picture is tomorrow. Now, David Smith with our post-game stats, brought to you by the Wichita Sports Hall of Fame. For those who like Wichita sports, David, take it away.
All right, we will start off with Valley Center and their final rushing stats. Isaiah Hurt had 6 carries for negative 12 yards. Quarterback Dylan Shear, 13 carries for 20 yards. And Zach White added 4 carries for 17 yards. The passing stats for Valley Center, Dylan Shear finished 6 for 28, 78 yards, and 5 interceptions. The receiving stats for Valley Center, Alex Wettig had 3 receptions for 51 yards. And DeMarco King added 3 receptions for 27 yards. Now over to the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. Their rushing stats, Denzel Goolsby, 15 carries, 182 yards, and 2 scores. Quarterback Colton Howell, 9 carries, 24 yards. He also had 2 touchdowns. And Austin Weber added 4 carries for 35 yards. The passing stats for the Golden Eagles, quarterback Colton Howell finished 11 of 20, 113 yards, and 1 touchdown. And the receiving stats for Bishop Carroll, A.J. Dunmeyer had a couple catches for 6 yards. Keaton Manns added 1 reception for 15 yards. Zach Sanders, 2 catches for 28 yards. Adam Bailey had a couple of catches for 32 yards and 1 touchdown. John Leland added a 1 14-yard reception. And Ty Seifert had a couple of catches for 23 yards. Also, Denzel Goolsby had 1 53-yard punt return touchdown, 1 70-yard punt return touchdown, and a total of 4 touchdowns on tonight's game. Those are your final stats.
Very good. Thank you very much, sir. We'll give it back to Brad here. He's got some post-game responsibilities. Firstly, let's get to a Lee Reed engraving scoreboard update. Eisenhower has defeated Goddard 34-28. The Lions are in the postseason despite the loss to the Tigers tonight. So it is Eisenhower beating Goddard, but Goddard making the playoffs tonight. Valley Center losing to Bishop Carroll 48-0 here. Salina South beat Great Bend 35-21. We've also got Garden City beating Dodge City 32-14. Salina South was up with 3:22 to go, 35-21. In the final 35-21 from there. So South 3-0 in that district, and Liberal beat Arkansas City 20-0. So that'll set up the playoff picture. We'll get to that in a moment. First, our play of the game brought to you by Family Vision Care. The way I saw it, Brad, it's got to be that 70-yard punt return by Denzel Goolsby. Boy, did he turn on the Jets right there.
You think? That was something that was very special tonight. And on senior night, you really kind of you just kind of stand back and you just kind of get amazed just a little bit.
Yeah.
I think back to whenever these kids were first coming through, only because Jake my son is actually one of those seniors. And you think back to freshman year and where some of these kids were, and you start thinking about JV and sophomore team and all this. And, you know, tonight whenever we're looking at maybe trying to find a player that stood out a little bit more than anybody else, I think whenever you look at what makes Bishop Carroll special is the fact that you've got kids that even though they're freshmen or sophomore or JV or what have you, they're still building for something very special.
Sure.
So these kids contribute on a regular basis. They may never, ever have their names called game day.
Sure.
You may not even know who they are. You probably don't even know their parents. And that's the thing that's sad, but that's also something that's very special because these kids are a part of something special, and regardless of what they happen to feel, they're there doing something to continue the success of this program.
Sure.
And that's the thing that you've got to I just constantly, we've got Goolsby and Howland, some of the big names that we mention on a regular basis. But
the guys in the offensive line don't get as much. Maybe the defensive players don't get as much credit. So
sure,
they do all the seniors here. I do all the seniors after the final game of the season. So we hope that's not happening until after Thanksgiving, of
You're
course.
dancing on a gorilla final game of the season. That's a good day.
That would be a very good game for sure. Now our player of the game brought to you by Newman University Athletics. Discover more online at newmanjets.com.
Man, I would love to think that Stephen Harshberger was going to be our player of the game. Would you like to do that?
That would be a strong candidate. Boy, two
interceptions, almost 3. He had a couple of big hits tonight.
Did Diego Lopez get a player of the game earlier this year?
I believe there's a possibility he might have.
Queenie got another onside recovery.
He did have. Denzel had a ridiculous game tonight.
On senior night, you can go ahead and homer yourself into giving it to a senior. I think you can get away with that.
Can we give it to Stephen Harshberger?
Stephen Harshberger.
Go ahead and give it to the ball magnet Harshberger, who plays
Harshberger is
parts of a fourth.
Newman University Athletics player of the game.
Atta kid.
I'm told that due to KSHSAA rules, those of you watching today on bcbroadcasting.net will not be able to see us next week because they'll require a $2,000 charge for a live feed, which, frankly is a little ridiculous.
Well, and not only that.
Especially if this is all you get to see at the end of the game. $2,000.
This is the high side.
Yeah.
Better get the wish book back out for Christmas. This isn't what you paid for.
No, I don't think so. But I think that they will still be streaming the game, and they will still archive the game. Who is this next door you met?
That's Ryan. Ryan's the one who runs everything from the videos.
Videotaping the game, but you just won't be available online until the next day. It has to be a week later. They can't do it the next day. It has to be a week later because of KSHSAA rules. They have to pay. There's a sliding scale that you have to pay. So Cox, whatever game they do, they'll be paying $2,000 per game.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid that they don't get ticket sales, but whatever. Anyway, so hope you've enjoyed watching these games. I know that they've kind of built this up and improved this as the season's gone along. I'm not sure that this end of game camera shot at
we
really
can work on this
anything.
for the postseason, maybe for next year.
Well, for the YMCA, for me and you,
absolutely.
Maybe. That's probably what I need to do to clean this up a little bit. At least I shaved today. So here's what the postseason picture looks like right now. On the back, and you can see. I'm not even going to show.
You've got the notes everywhere.
Yeah, so yes, you can see on the notes right back there.
Not a Bishop Carroll graduate.
See if you can decipher that. So Bishop Carroll is your top seed in the western half of the bracket. Salina South ended up winning the number 2 seed, western side of the bracket. According to the rules, the teams in your district, so the runner-up for Bishop Carroll's district, must be on the other side of the bracket. So you've got 4 teams here, 4 teams down here. Bishop Carroll will be in this spot. Salina South will be in this spot. Then you got the 2 district runner-ups here. So Bishop Carroll's district runner-up has to be on the opposite side of the bracket. The earliest they can meet would be sub-state. Are you still with me?
Oh, boy.
Okay.
You need HD for this one.
So you've got, hey, this is the playoff system that Coach Schuckman likes, so let's do that.
Okay, great.
threw the coach under the bus right there. So you've got Bishop Carroll, Salina South up here. That means that District 6 and District 5, those two, because Carroll's in District 7, and so Bishop Carroll is the top seed, the top district, and that's because they have the best overall win-loss record in their district and overall. The number 2 seed will be Salina South. They finished with 1 loss. And so the top seed will get the worst district champion. That will be Liberal. They'll finish, I believe, 4 and 5. They will be the worst district champion. So of these 4, you'll have Bishop Carroll up here, and you will have Liberal on this position. They could meet in the subsequent round. That would be sectionals. Down on the bottom, you will have Salina South and then depending on the Emporia Andover game, either Heights or Capon in that spot. So that's where we are here. So the runner-up from Bishop Carroll's district and the runner-up from Liberal's district, which apparently is Goddard, they will be on the other side. So it looks like it'll be Mays South and Goddard will be going to the other side, and then the cross-pollination the other way. Great Bend, I think, lost tonight and is out of the postseason. So I believe, if all this is correct.
Oh, my gosh. This is the big one here.
I believe that it will be Bishop Carroll versus Salina Central here next week.
Okay, boy. Ryan, next week.
I believe.
Graphics pack. Oh, we work on graphics packages for next year.
I believe. Well, yeah.
Graphics for next year.
To help explain that would be good too. So
or we'll just get a poster board and a magic marker.
It will be Bishop Carroll versus the Salina Central Mustangs here next week. If it's not the Mustangs, it should be the runner-up in 5A District 5, whether it is Heights or possibly a holy war with Capon, two teams that Carroll has already played this season. There's no provision to stop a team from playing a team that it's already played in the regular season. Only a team that it's already played in district. So I think it will be Salina Central, but it could be Heights or Capon. Bishop Carroll will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but a team that has played fewer games in the postseason than the team they are playing will get to host. So if the road team wins next week, so if somebody goes to Liberal, for example, and gets a win, then Bishop Carroll will be on the road for sectionals.
This is why there's no wagering.
Still on the same page?
There's no wagering. Please, no wagering on high school athletics. This is why.
Well, yeah. They tell me, oh, well, we don't want a computer to take control of it. Please.
I had $5 on the fact that you'd be able to lay out the scenario.
I think I've got it. So
Good.
you'll have Salina South playing. I think it'll be Salina South and Goddard, Capon or Heights against the runner-up in this district, looking like Mays South. Liberal will take on the 5A6 runner-up, which I believe will be they will take on the 5A5 or the 5A6 runner-up. So they'll have Heights or Capon, whoever didn't win the district, and then I think it'll be Carroll versus Salina South or Heights or Capon next week. So that's my prediction.
There you go.
Carroll versus Salina
Blake
Central
Cripps, ladies and gentlemen.
next week. You should buy me lunch if I get all those.
I should feed you for the rest of your life.
So that's our story from here. Final score 48-0. Hope you've enjoyed this video feed here. Won't be with you next week, but
this should be enough to last you for the rest of the season.
But you'll
however
be
much is left.
We'll be on YouTube forever for what that's worth.
Absolutely.
KGSO.com for the broadcast, and of course our American Family Insurance Brad Woody Agency pregame show at 6:30 next week. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll be right here. We'll have an Alan Shuckman show after every game in the postseason, including on Monday. So hope you'll join us at 21st and Mays Road as we continue to follow the Golden Eagles into the postseason. Our final score, Bishop Carroll 48 and Valley Center nothing. My spotter tonight, and hey, yeah, we can go ahead and get David Smith is my statistician. Carlos Trujillo right there is he is my spotter tonight. Russ Kessler went home early. Equipment didn't work. We tried. Real quick, 28-21, Mays South leading. 3 minutes left. Mays is driving. Mays has got to win by 15. So they gotta hurry it up.
This is going to happen.
3 scores. Yeah. So my producer engineer tonight, back at the American Family Insurance Alex Acosta Agency Sports Desk, was Anthony Smith. For Brad Streeter, I'm Blake Cripps saying happy Halloween and good night from Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Now stay tuned for the statewide scoreboard show driven by Rusty Egg Ford starting at 10 o'clock on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO. Good night from Bishop Carroll Family Stadium in the Air Capital.
Hi, I'm Bob.
Thank you for watching Bishop Carroll football on bcbroadcasting.net. The final score for tonight's game was 48-0. Due to KSHSAA regulations, this will be our last football broadcast of the year. For more details on this, feel free to contact us via the contact page on bcbroadcasting.net. This is your producer, Ryan Dean. Thank you to all those who helped make tonight's broadcast possible. Thank you to KGSO's Blake Cripps and Brad Streeter for providing tonight's game commentary. This concludes tonight's broadcast. Have a great night.